From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, the investigator?
That's right, insurance investigator.
Yes, well, my name is Frank Skinner, Mr. Dollar.
Yes?
You see, my wife and I run the Sunny Dream Home up here in Buckland Center. Old folks' home it is.
I see. Well, now, what can I do for you, Mr. Skinner?
Well, I'm afraid there's something wrong here, Mr. Dollar. You see, we've never had anything like this before.
Like what, sir?
Well, to begin with, all our clients are pretty well insured.
Yes?
All right. We've been having a lot of deaths here at the home these past months. Too many, Mr. Dollar.
Well, after all, if your clients are all very old people...
Yes, sir, they are. But you see, these have all been accidental deaths.
Yeah, well, don't forget, sir, that older people are very often quite prone to accidents.
Yes, sir, that's true. But, well, if you want the truth, I don't think they've been accidents.
Oh?
No, sir. And if something isn't done to stop this, well, I think maybe you'd better come up here and see us.
Mr. Skinner, I think you're right.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Sunny Dream matter. Expense account item 1, 10 cents for a phone call to Pat McCracken, my old friend and contact at Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, say, I'm glad you called, Johnny.
Yeah, well, Pat, I just want you to know I won't be available for a couple of days.
Oh, yes, you will.
And it isn't because of any insurance matter.
Yes, it is.
What's happened is that I've just received a phone call that's aroused my curiosity. And, well, at any rate, any assignments you may have for me will have to wait until I get...
That's where you're wrong, Johnny.
I said we'll have to wait until... What?
Just happens you have an assignment right now. As a matter of fact, I was just about to call you.
Whoa, can't it wait a couple of days?
Oh, no. Johnny, I want you to run over to Buckland Center.
Huh?
I think you heard me.
The Sunny Dream home for the aged?
That's right. How did you know?
Never mind that. What's wrong over there that you know about?
Oh, the number of deaths over there within the past few months have made our actuarial tables look like a big fat mistake. And the companies that have carried the insurance on them are getting a little worried.
All separate companies, huh?
Yeah, but they all cleared their policies through us, fortunately. Otherwise, we'd never have gotten wind of this. Anyway, I promised to send you over there.
Any particular reason for thinking something's wrong, aside from the unusual number of deaths?
Yes.
What?
The beneficiary of the policies that have had to be paid.
Who?
The Sunny Dream Home for the Aged.
I gassed up my jalopy at the sign of the Flying Red Horse, that's item 2, 425, and drove some 30 miles south and east on Highway 2. I found the Sunny Dream home just north of Buckland Center. It consisted of a huge old frame house surrounded by trees and well-kept gardens. In comfortable chairs scattered here and there on the wide porch and lawn, nice-looking, well-dressed older folks sat around reading, chatting, playing cards, enjoying the late afternoon sun. The whole place looked clean, quiet, and restful. After parking my car, I walked slowly up the long, flower-bordered walk under the trees toward the entrance. And as I did so, a little wizened old man in a wheelchair detached himself from a group of the old folks and wheeled over to me.
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Frank Skinner, the one that called you.
Oh, how are you, Mr. Skinner?
Come right along in the office where we can talk.
Yeah, sure. Oh, may I give you a hand with that chair?
Nope, don't need it.
Huh? I must say you handle it well.
Should. Haven't been on my feet in over 5 years now. You can help me up this little ramp, though, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. Here you are.
Walter, my stepson, built me that ramp.
Good idea.
Yes, sir. It's a big help to a man that can't use his legs. Now, right around the side of the porch here. Oh, evening, Miss Baker.
Good evening, Mr. Skinner.
Here we are. Now, if you just open the door.
Sure.
You just sit down there, and I'll get right to the point.
Okay, fine.
Now, you listen to me. I'd appreciate it if you'd let the folks here think that you've just come to look over the place, like maybe you've got some old relative you'd like a nice home for.
In other words, you don't want to alarm your clients.
Guests, Mr. Dollar. They're honored guests, all happy and with no worries.
Uh-huh. Well, I must say that those I saw outside looked perfectly content. But now, about those so-called accidents.
5 of our people have died within the last 6 months, Mr. Dollar. 5 of them. Terrible. And like I told you on the telephone, they looked like accidents.
What kind of accidents?
Well, now, the first one. Well, maybe it was. That was old Miss Epp. Lived in the little guest cottage out back.
What happened?
Small fire. Must have started in the wastebasket or something. By the time we got to her, well, she'd suffocated. And I suppose Mr. Purley might have been accidental, too. Food poisoning it was. At least that's what the doctor called it. But nobody else got sick on all those canned peaches, Mr. Dollar.
Who was the doctor?
Oh, Doc Cherry from town. Of course, Mr. Purley was the only one that had 3 helpings of them. But my wife never had trouble with her canning before.
Well, go on, Mr. Skinner.
Well, old Miss Sharmley fell down the main stairs to the living. Look through the door there. You can see the stairs.
Well, that's a long stairway for elderly folks.
Then Miss Lizzie Bell. We called her Miss Lizzie Bell, though her real name was...
What happened to her?
She fell out the window of her bedroom. And, Mr. Dollar, she just wasn't strong enough to get her window open that wide. She was 94. Then poor old Miss Betzler, she fell down the stairs, too.
Well, Mr. Skinner, if those people aren't able to negotiate a stairway like that, you're at fault for requiring them to do it.
Well, most of them are. The others have their rooms here on the first floor, like I have, too.
How about Miss Lizzie Bell, who was 94?
Well, she never left her room until she fell, or until she was pushed by somebody younger and stronger than she was.
Well, unless you can prove something like that.
I have to prove that those others were pushed down the stairs.
Right so. You see, from what you've told me so far, Mr. Skinner, there's no reason to suspect those deaths weren't accidental.
Even so many of them, all within a space of only 6 months.
Unless, as I say, you can come up with some concrete evidence to indicate otherwise.
All right, then. You can tell me this. Why did all those things happen late at night, when those poor old folks wouldn't have any reason to be up and around, when there wasn't anybody around who could help them, until it was too late?
Well, so far as that's concerned...
Why, sure. Folks have got to get up at night sometimes, one reason or another. But they all had their own private baths, and if they want anything from downstairs, like something to read or some hot milk, something like that, why, all they have to do is ring the push button in their room, and my wife gets it for them. We do that all the time.
Where is your wife, by the way?
Martha? Why, she's
Right here, Frank. Who's this you're blabbing off your mouth to?
Why, Martha, this is Mr. Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
Investigator, huh? Well, you can march yourself right out of here.
Oh, now, just a minute, Mr. Skinner.
Just a minute, nothing. You get out of here and leave us alone.
Mr. Skinner.
And if you don't, I'll throw you out. If you don't think I'm young and strong enough, then I'll show you.
Strong enough to throw a little old lady out of a window? Or shove a couple of people downstairs?
Get out.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
And now for another episode in the life of Sergeant Donald Bellwether, my husband.
Oh, that's what I call a good dinner, Reba. Oh, that was delicious.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, dear. More coffee?
Yeah, just about a half a cup, please.
All right. There you are.
Thank you.
Now, tell me all about your safety class. Did the boys enjoy your speech?
Oh, yeah, they sure did. Thanks to you, I did quite well. My lieutenant complimented me afterwards.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but that same lieutenant threw me a curve, too.
Oh, dear.
Well, after I gave my talk, he asked the men if there were any questions. Well, that did it. One of the guys stood up and said, look, Sarge, you claim there were over 95,000 deaths and over 9.5 million people injured in accidents in the U.S. last year. Looks to me like all those safety campaigns and slogans are doing no good at all.
Well, how did you answer him?
I didn't. I couldn't think of an answer. I got out of it by saying I'd have more facts and figures at the next meeting.
All right, let's see now. Oh, yeah, here it is. Now, first, Sergeant Bellwether, you start off by telling the boys that since 1913, the accidental death rate has been reduced 35%.
Mm-hmm.
Or, in other words, if there hadn't been campaigns and safety measures put into effect to reduce accidents, almost 1 million more people would have been killed in the last 46 years.
Is that right?
It certainly is. I'm reading it right out of the National Safety Council record book. Oh, and another thing. Accidents in the farming areas are much higher than in the city. Now, do you know why?
Why?
Because in rural areas, there are fewer policemen enforcing safety laws and less traffic signs and signals to guide the motorists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, many more cars travel the city streets, and yet the per capita rate of accidents is much higher in the rural areas. Of course, the reason is obvious. In the city, more safety measures are instituted and obeyed.
Reba, you are wonderful. That's a good logical answer. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Oh, that's my Donald. That's my doll.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Sunny Dream Matter.
Martha Skinner, co-owner and the real manager of the Sunny Dream Home for the Aged, was a big woman, tall, muscular, and a lot younger than her husband.
I don't want your kind snooping around, Mr. Dollar, so get out of here and leave us alone.
Your husband seems to think those deaths here in your home for the aged weren't so accidental, Mrs. Skinner.
No, he does.
Yes, that's what I told him, dear.
If you'd keep that mouth of yours shut, Frank, we wouldn't have this sort of thing. Why don't you in that wheelchair get out of here?
You sound as though you have something to hide, Mrs. Skinner.
I have nothing to hide. Don't you see what your coming around here will do to our nice place? It'll give us a bad name, that's what it'll do. Folks come here on the recommendation of the folks that live here. If your sort starts prowling around, it'll make our nice home for them sound like a murder factory, and I won't have it.
Oh, now, just calm down a
Those
moment.
poor old folks, Miss Lizzie Bell and Mr. Purley and the rest, were accidental, that's all. You got any reason to think they weren't?
Well, I didn't have until a minute ago.
What do you mean by that?
If they weren't accidents, well, it certainly took somebody younger and stronger to push them down those stairs.
You mean me?
Well?
No. No, Mr. Dollar, you're wrong. And if anybody started that talk about not being accidents, I guess I did.
Yes, you did, Martha.
Oh, I was so upset, those fine old people passing away. Why, they were like family to me. I guess I said a lot of things that didn't make sense. Until the doctor and the police came around and told me I was wrong.
The police investigated?
Yes, and they made quite a stir. I guess that's why your being here has upset Martha.
Well, of course, if they found nothing.
Mr. Dollar, do you think that I could do anything like what you're... that I could harm a single hair of any of these nice old people? What possible reason could I have, and what sense would it make? Why, we're being paid for their living here, and if anything happens to them...
Yeah. Yeah, if anything happens to them, you collect a nice, big, fat hunk of insurance money.
You know about that?
Insurance investigator, remember?
No. No, you're wrong. It was their idea to name us in their policies, now wasn't it, Frank?
Yes, Martha, it certainly was.
Well, let's not talk about it anymore now. It's getting late, so I think I'll drive back to Buckland Center and have some dinner.
Why, you'll do no such thing. You'll have your dinner right here. And if you wish to stay overnight...
No, you mean I'll have another room to fix up?
Well, I'll help you, of course. Walter, this is Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Dollar? The insurance investigator I hear about all the time on the radio?
That's right, son.
Well, what's your business here, Dollar?
Frank called in, son.
Yes.
About those accidents?
Yeah, that's right. What do you think about them, Walter?
Look, Dollar, Mother's got enough trouble without you coming around.
Walter.
Well, it's true, Ma. You know it. First it's the police making a big racket.
We've been through all that, Walter. I asked you a question.
Well, why don't you get out of here and leave us alone? I'm sick of all this nonsense. I'm sick of this whole place.
Oh, Walter.
Year after year working like a dog for a lot of old fogies.
Are there only the three of you to take care of this place?
That's right. Oh, and of course, Frank here is a lot of help tied down to that wheelchair.
Well, I do all the office work.
Oh, sure. Big deal. Handle all the money, too. Well, what about the talk that as soon as we get enough money, we can sell out and get away from here? Hey, look, Dollar, what difference is it to you who keeps this place up?
You're a pretty husky fellow, Walter.
Yeah. Yeah, would you like a little demonstration on you? What do you mean by that?
Well, maybe I'll tell you after I've had a look around.
Then you will stay.
Oh, yeah, I'll stay until I'm satisfied.
You won't be here for long if I've got anything to do with it, understand?
Is that a threat, Walter?
Take it any way you like.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar. I'm sure he didn't mean that the way it sounded.
Yeah. Well, tell me, do you two have joint ownership of this place, you and Mr. Skinner?
Well, it's really in my name.
And if anything were to happen to you?
It would go to Frank and Walter.
I see. Walter said that you've talked about getting enough money to sell out and leave this place.
He certainly did.
Is that what you plan to do?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Of course you are.
I've grown to love this place. All the nice people who... Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
Enough money, you said. Like a lot of insurance money from... Oh, no. You can't think that Walter would... Oh, no. He's spoiled and fresh and impetuous and talks a lot, but... Surely you don't think...
Mrs. Skinner, what would you think?
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Do you know who said, "Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty"? Those famous words were written by Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson knew that human nature tends to cause us to take for granted the freedoms for which others have fought valiantly. He knew that Americans had to be alert, or the essential freedoms of democracy would be taken away. That's why Jefferson gave his warning to the Americans of his era and to their descendants. He set the price for liberty as eternal vigilance. And Americans through the years have heeded Jefferson's warning. They have been alert to detect and resist the enemies of liberty. Remember the words of Thomas Jefferson. They are part of your American heritage. The price of liberty is eternal vigilance.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Sunny Dream Matter.
At dinner that evening, I made a point of chatting with as many guests of the Sunny Dream Home for the Aged as possible. Sweet old Mrs. Baker, who must have been in her 80s, pretty much summed things up as we talked together on the porch in the cool of the evening.
You're really kind of sorry for Walter, Mr. Dollar. Young man like that doesn't really have a place here among all of us old ones.
Yeah, I wonder why he doesn't go out on his own then, Mrs. Baker.
Because in spite of his brash, noisy way, he loves his mother, Martha. And since she has so much to do taking care of us, why, he just stays and helps her. Isn't she one of the loveliest people you ever met?
Well, she certainly seems devoted to you folks.
And she is. Makes us toe the line, bawls us out sometimes, just like a mother hen. But she's all heart.
And Mr. Skinner?
Very nice. Handles the business affairs of the home real good, too. Isn't generally known, but he's the one who gave us the idea of making out our insurance to the Sunny Dream.
Oh?
Of course, we never told Martha.
Oh, there you are. Evening, Miss Baker.
What a nice young man this is, Mr. Skinner. We've been having a wonderful time talking away about this and that.
That's fine. They make you a comfortable room upstairs, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah. Right at the head of the stairs. Very comfortable.
Good. Well, don't let me interrupt.
I'd like to talk to you a minute if Mrs. Baker will excuse us.
Why, of course.
Thank you.
And we'll talk again tomorrow, won't we?
Sure, of course we will. Good night. Mr. Skinner, when was the last accident when someone fell down those long stairs?
Huh? Why, that was Miss Betzler earlier this month. Why?
Well, at the head of them, as I came out of my room, I found something that... Well, they were marks that looked to me as though they'd been made by some kind of struggle up there.
Oh?
And a tiny piece of cloth from a man's suit caught in a splinter on the newel post.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Oh, just leave it there. Tomorrow I'll get somebody from the police laboratory over here to look at it.
Well, whoever suit that was Must have a tear.
Oh, no, not necessarily. It was really just a few threads that had been pulled out. But they might be the clue to a killer.
I see. Well, good luck, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah. Thanks. In my room, I waited until long after the big home was quiet and wondered if my hunch was going to pay off. Hunch? Sitting there on the porch talking with old Mrs. Baker, I'd suddenly remembered something Pat McCracken had told me in the very beginning. He had notified the home I was coming here to investigate. That meant he'd notified Frank Skinner. Could that have been why Skinner phoned me? To allay any suspicion the insurance companies might have? Yeah, I wondered. Finally, about midnight, I heard a noise at the head of the stairway. Quietly, I opened my door. And there at the top of the stairs, armed with a flashlight and standing solidly on his own 2 feet, was the man who said he was confined to a wheelchair.
Where? Mr. Dollar.
You won't find anything there, Mr. Skinner. Because there isn't anything.
See? You lied to me.
It got you up out of that phony wheelchair, didn't it? To see if you'd left some trace of your last murder, didn't it?
Now listen, Dollar.
Pretty rotten racket, Skinner. You and only you handle all the finances of this place. You persuaded the old folks to name you as beneficiary of their insurance policies. Then you proceeded to shove them down those stairs.
Would you like to see how?
Yes, Skinner.
Then I'll show you.
No, you don't. Yeah, he'll live to go to trial. And whatever sentence they hand him will be much too short. The Sunny Dream home, well, I hope it'll be the quiet, peaceful place his wife wants it to be. Expense account total, including incidentals, $12 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Peggy Weber, Junius Matthews, Larry Dobkin, and Bert Holland. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Earl Foreman, Johnny, down in Sarasota.
Don't tell me, Earl.
Huh?
The Florida weather's finally behaving itself. The water in the Gulf is warmed up, so I'll grab my fishing clothes, tackle box, couple of rods and reels.
Maybe you better grab your Levi's, boots and saddle, and a couple of 6-guns instead.
Huh? What is this, a Western?
It may be an eastern Western before we're through. Listen, Florida is the leading cattle state here in the Deep South.
I had heard something to that effect.
Okay. The freezing weather a short while back hit some of the ranchers pretty hard.
To say nothing of the tourist trade.
Right. Ordinarily, the year-round pasturage makes it unnecessary to lay up a lot of hay and feed for the winter.
That figures.
But this year, thanks to the freeze, the cattle were so weakened by malnutrition and then sloshing around in soggy pasture land that, well, at least a couple of 100,000 of them have died.
Oh, what's your problem, Earl? Outside of the high cost of steak.
A rancher's just hit me with a big fat claim.
Oh, how much?
$78,750. Says that he lost his entire herd.
Well, I knew a lot of them had lost quite a few. But the entire herd?
Yeah. You coming?
I sure am.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Tri-State Life and Casualty Company, Sarasota, Florida office. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Eastern Western matter. Expense account item 1, 9480, plane fare and incidentals, Hartford, Connecticut to Sarasota. As I expected, Earl Poorman met me at the airport. We headed north on Route 41. 13 miles later at Bradenton, we turned east on 64 after grabbing a late lunch. That's item 2, 575. Then, still traveling eastward, we crossed the Kissimmee River onto a narrow, unimproved road into the swampland. And it struck me that what should have been lush green vegetation in this low, damp country was brown and lifeless.
That's what the cold weather did, Johnny. All that grass, that good pasture froze and rotted away.
No wonder the cattle haven't been eating well. But didn't I read somewhere they were fed the ruined orange crops?
Yes, but that still didn't save a lot of the herds.
Losses have been pretty heavy, huh?
Yeah, but as I told you over the phone, Trimble is the only one I know of who lost all his steers.
That the one who's made the insurance claim?
Yeah, Bart Trimble. His fence starts at the next turn in the road.
Have you had many claims, Earl?
Oh, a few, a month or so ago, small ones. Not many of these people insure their herds. There, that's where Trimble's place starts. You see it?
I saw it all right. Hundreds of acres of wet, brown, dead-looking pasture land. I also saw the steers, hundreds of them, their carcasses lying there rotting in the sun. Or what was left of them. The buzzards had done well.
525 head, Johnny.
But surely some of them must have survived.
Not according to the claim I received. That's why I called you immediately.
Earl, you said the other claims were filed a month or so ago.
I hoped you'd catch that.
Why did Trimble wait so long?
That's another reason I called you.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Here's his gate. Let's see what he has to say.
The Trimble place was unexpectedly new and tidy looking. The main house was a concrete block affair, all white with a slab roof. Behind it was a barn and a corral. The stack of bale hay was obviously for the horses and hardly big enough to feed a herd of steers. A few chickens pecked around here and there.
Coming.
The woman who opened the door was about 40, tall and nice looking, well made up, almost out of place on a cattle ranch.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Foreman, how are you?
And her voice was soft, gentle, pleasant.
How do, Mrs. Trimble?
It's nice to see you, Mr. Foreman. Won't you come in?
I hear you say Poorman, Betty?
Yes, Bart, and he has a friend with him.
Well, I won't kid you, Mr. Poorman. I'm glad to see you. Howdy. I hope you brought me a nice big insurance check.
This is Johnny Dollar, Mr. and Mrs. Trimble. He's with our company.
Well, how do you do, Mr. Dollar? Won't you please come in?
Thank you.
Dollar. Think I've heard of you.
Oh?
Sit down, won't you? Supper will be ready in a little while, and of course you're going to stay, aren't you?
Johnny Dollar.
Well, now, that depends.
Now, of course you'll stay.
I really should get back to Sarasota tonight. My wife...
Now, wait a minute. How I know you're the insurance investigator.
That's right.
And what's he doing here, Poorman? What's there to investigate? Are you maybe trying to say I killed off the herd myself to collect the insurance money?
I said nothing of the sort.
Then what's to investigate?
I told you.
I don't like this, and I'm telling you right to your face.
Now, Bart, you shouldn't talk like that.
Well, it's the truth. Just what do you think you're going to do around here, Dollar?
Bart, please.
Well, that depends, Mr. Trimble.
Does he have to say it's okay, Poorman, before you can pay my claim?
Yes, he does.
Well, believe me, if I'd known this was the kind of outfit I was dealing with, paying premiums to... Okay. All right, poke around as much as you want. Stay around as long as you like. We'll bed you down. We'll feed you. We'll show you what kind of people we are. Just don't get in my way. I've got a lot of work to do. And don't tell me I'm a crook.
Now, let's be reasonable about this.
Me? I'm being reasonable. You're the one that... what do you want, Shorty?
Well, you told me to tell you, boss.
Tell me what?
A truck has come to pick up them hides.
And help them load them on the truck. Go ahead.
You're selling the hides from those animals?
I will.
Sure. Why not? Oh, we could salvage, that is. Anything wrong with that?
Nothing at all.
All right. You want horses to snoop around? Help yourself. Saddles are in the barn. But just stay out of my way. Come on, Shorty. Let's get out where the air's nice and clean.
Sure, boss.
I'm sorry. But Bart's been so upset over losing all those steers.
Well, of course, we can't blame him for that.
He's been working so hard, trying to save some of the hides and sell the carcasses for fertilizer.
Yes, I know.
But with so many ranchers trying to do the same thing.
Why did he wait so long before filing his claim, Mrs. Trimble?
Well, because he's been so busy and because he hoped he could salvage something from the herd, I guess.
Or because this lapse of time has given the bodies a chance to decompose?
What?
Has given the buzzards and other scavengers a chance to remove any evidence that maybe those steers were deliberately...
Oh, no. Oh, surely you don't think for a minute that my husband would...
Where can I find the nearest veterinarian?
Well, the vet we use is up in Kissimmee.
Okay.
But Mr. Dollar, you don't... Well, you can't possibly think...
I'll let you know what I think. After a good cow doctor has a look at those animals.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli is an exciting beginning to a stirring song. It is an historic salutation to the efforts of a valiant group of fighting men. Why is their history glorious? What spurred them on? Patriotism and desire for excitement are sometimes given for reasons, but these are not the answers. The answer is, these were men of vision, men who understood our country's needs. Respect, honor, and prestige are things that go hand in hand with a country's greatness. Major Smedley D. Butler recognized this in the year 1915. At that time, our diplomatic negotiations with Haiti were disrupted by Coco bandits who perilously affected the lives of some United States citizens in Haiti. A contingent of Marines under the command of Major Butler was sent in to bring the bandits under control. Though they were holed up in Fort Liberté, Major Butler found an opening in the wall and led a terrifying charge through the breach that resulted in very dangerous hand-to-hand combat for himself and his men. Amid a furious onslaught of Coco bandits and a hail of enemy bullets, Major Butler succeeded in overcoming the resistance and creating a peaceful atmosphere. His grateful country awarded him the Medal of Honor for bravery, forceful leadership, and action above and beyond the call of duty. The second time he was awarded this high honor. Major Smedley Butler had a code of conduct born of years of devotion and service to the United States of America.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Eastern-Western matter.
At dinner that night, Bert Trimble had changed his tune, was very apologetic. Almost too much so, and too nice.
I didn't mean it, Mr. Dollar, what I said before. At least, not the way I said it. But this whole thing has hit me pretty hard. Losing over 500 steers, and a handful of calves.
I told you, Bart, when they all went so quickly that night, you should have been suspicious.
What night, Mrs. Trimble?
It was the last big freeze.
Yes, I got back here late. I'd been up to Lake Wales trying to beg some feed. No luck. Then it blew up cold. By the time I got back here, got the hands rounded up.
How many, Mr. Trimble?
Well, there were 5 of us, including Shorty Skinner.
I've seen that Shorty somewhere before.
Oh?
Anyhow, when we got to them, the cattle were all bunched up at the north fence. We thought we'd drive the strong ones back here, where they'd have some shelter, and we could give them the hay we keep for the horses. But they wouldn't move. Most of them couldn't move. And it was dark, and the freezing wind was cutting across the swamp. So all we could do was come back here and pray. Next morning, they were dead. All of them. I've put everything I had into this ranch. Every penny I saved from my factory work up north, Betty's money from nursing, even cashed in my own life insurance policy. And now they're gone. So if I got a little nasty, well, I guess a man can take only so much.
It's been awfully hard for Bart these past 3 years. And then just when things were going good.
Your hands bunk out in that building beside the barn, huh?
Only Shorty skinned out all the steers we could. The other boys left. I still owe Shorty some wages.
I'm going to ask a pretty blunt question, and I want an honest answer.
Huh?
Had you ever thought of giving up, going somewhere else?
Sure, lots of times. For Betty's sake, too. Even thought of going out to California.
I see.
She has relatives out there, all doing fine. They've kept after us to go out there and crop farm with them. Maybe I should have.
But we stayed, didn't we, dear?
Yes, I wouldn't give up. Even Betty reconciled herself to sticking it out.
If only we'd known that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
We talked on for a couple of hours, but got nowhere, and finally Earl and I plunked into our beds in the guest room. Mine was beside the open window. Now, when Earl Poorman sleeps, he's dead to the world, but he snores mightily. So after throwing a couple of shoes at him, I gave up and managed to drop off with the pillow wrapped around my head. That was a mistake, an almost deadly mistake.
Johnny! Johnny, wake up! Johnny, you hear me? Johnny!
What?
Wake up! Oh, my head. Stand up. I'll help you. Breathe deeply. Can't you smell it?
What are you talking?
Deep breath. Come on.
What are the... It's chloroform.
Yeah, on your pillow.
Holy hell.
I threw it out the window, your pillow. It was saturated with chloroform.
Give me a hand, Earl. I'm dizzy.
Oh, somebody came in that window. The pillow was over your head.
You see him?
No, but Johnny...
Oh, let me sit down again.
Yeah. By the window. Now breathe deeply. I rolled out of bed in my sleep, that narrow bed, or I'd never have wakened. I heard the door slam, then I smelled it.
But who?
Johnny, I knew I'd seen that Shorty Skinner somewhere.
Yeah?
It was on a road gang over near Sarasota, a prison gang.
You sure?
I was driving my brand new Cad. As I passed him and the rest of that glowering bunch, he let fly with a handful of mud. Now, if you ask me, he's the one who came in here and tried to chloroform.
But why?
That's what I'm going to find out right now.
No, wait. I'll be feeling okay in a minute. Let me handle it. By the time I was able to navigate and get dressed, Mrs. Trimble called us for breakfast. To say the Trimbles were upset over what had happened to me would be an understatement. Breakfast waited while we all went out to the bunkhouse. Shorty was gone.
Took what little he owned with him, too.
Has either of you any idea why he'd attacked me?
Good heavens, no. But I never did really trust that man. He was such a sneaky-looking... like a little rat.
Yet he was the only one who stayed when I couldn't keep their wages up to date.
Where would he ever get hold of chloroform?
That's the part I don't understand.
From the locker, dear. Back in the barn.
Huh?
You know, the stuff we got to put that old sick mare out of the way.
Oh, yes, of course.
I think why Shorty did this is pretty obvious, Johnny.
Yeah?
He was afraid you'd find out what and who killed off this herd.
Bart, look.
Here, Betty.
The note on top of this bunk.
Here, let me see it.
What's it say, Johnny?
I'm tired working for no pay. I will leave you know where to send my pay when you collect on that there insurance. Shorty.
Shorty Skinner.
The crazy fool. Wanted his money. He knew I had none, but I could collect plenty on the insurance if he poisoned my herd.
Oh, was it poison, Trimble?
What?
You didn't seem to think so before, but now that you have somebody to depend it on...
No.
Now you seem pretty sure of it.
Mr. Dollar.
No, Johnny, it must have been Shorty.
Maybe not. When the vet arrives, if he decides the herd was poisoned, okay, we'll take it from there.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Our flag now numbers 50 stars, and behind each star there stands yet another flag, representing one of the 50 states. Wyoming's state flag pays homage to the monarch of the Great Plains, the bison, or buffalo as we call him. Set over the bison is the Great Seal of Wyoming, almost as a brand. The red on the flag's border represents the Indians who knew and loved the country long before white settlers arrived.
It also represents the red blood of the pioneers who gave their lives in reclaiming the soil. The red, white, and blue border of the flag indicates Wyoming's oneness with the Union. Wyoming's state flag, the flag of the 44th state to enter the Union, was adopted on January 31st, 1917.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Eastern-Western Matter.
The veterinarian arrived from Kissimmee. He, Bart Trimble, Earl Poorman, and I rode out on horseback to inspect the dead cattle. As I had anticipated, the vet made it plain that the bodies were too far decomposed for him to tell anything. Until, that is, he noticed a pale purplish line around the inside edge of a watering trough at a far corner of the fence.
Whoever used it didn't realize that it'd leave this telltale ring around the trough.
Used what, Doctor?
Well, let me scrape off a little, make sure.
You think it's a poison, Doc?
If I can taste it without getting enough to hurt me. Ooh.
Well?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Phenolphthalic acid. That's what killed the herd? Yeah, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
That's not a very well-known poison, Doctor.
I know. It's used almost entirely in laboratory experimentation. I remember it well from my college days.
But out here?
Who did this to me? Who did it?
You don't know?
Shorty.
Who else?
Mr. Dollar.
Look, I'm going back to the ranch house to a telephone. I'll see you when you get back there. I called the state police to get out on all points on Shorty Skinner. Then I started on the police in the neighboring towns. The second call to headquarters at Lake Wales got me unexpected results.
Sure, we got him right here in the clink, sir.
Oh? What are you holding him on?
Just vagrancy, no visible means of support. Found him sleeping on a bench in the park about 9:30 last night, so we hauled him in, let him put his X on a police blotter.
His what?
His X, you know.
I certainly do. Thanks very much. The others hadn't got back from the pasture yet. Mrs. Trimble was in the kitchen making lunch. Quietly as possible, I sneaked into their bedroom. Carefully hidden in a desk, I found a lot of letters from the relatives in California. Letters urging that they give up the ranch, do something, anything, to get the money out of it and move to California. Those letters were addressed to only one of the Trimbles. They were addressed to... And then I saw it, neatly framed on the wall, a diploma. A diploma from the famous Lippenwall School of...
Why, Mr. Dollar, what are you doing?
Mrs. Trimble, I found out that Shorty Skinner has served time.
Shorty?
At least to the extent of working on a road gang. What for, I don't know.
Then he is a criminal. Then there's no question about who poisoned the herd.
Oh? You know about the vet's findings? That they were poisoned?
Well, no. No, but I thought it was understood.
A lot of things have been understood. Wrong things. Did Shorty give you a home address when he came to work here?
Yes. Yes, he did. Do you think he'd go there after what
I'd like
he's
to
done?
see it, please.
It's here in this top drawer. Yes, here.
That's not his writing.
No, that's mine.
You see, Shorty can't write.
Oh?
So he couldn't have written this note you found in his bunk.
But who...
But look at it. Doesn't that curlicue on the letter T look like the one here when you wrote his address? And how about this capital I?
Good heavens, Mr. Dollar.
Friends who wanted you to go to California, and you wanted to go.
Of course.
But as Bart told us, you reconciled yourself to staying here, apparently.
I did. I did stay here, even though I wasn't happy.
Then the big freeze gave you a chance to kill off the herd, collect a lot of insurance money, and get away with it. You thought.
Mr. Dollar, how dare you?
The method? A little-known poison you'd learned about back in the Lippenwall School of Nursing.
No.
But you hadn't expected me here to investigate, so you had to get rid of me. How? As a nurse, you knew all about chloroform.
Look, Mr. Dollar...
It was a natural, with me sleeping with my head on the pillow, and you knew that Earl was a sound sleeper. He's been here before. And who'd get blamed? Shorty, because he'd left. Only Shorty had left long before that.
What?
He was picked up in Lake Wales at 9:30 last night.
What? Well, then, no, listen.
You killed the herd. You tried to kill me.
Is that true, Betty?
Bart?
Tell me. Is it?
Yes. Yes, it's true. You know how I hated this place. This horrible, miserable cattle ranch. This living out in this godforsaken wilderness.
Betty.
Well, you wouldn't do anything about it, so I did.
Good Lord.
But I failed. But I failed.
Item 3, $50 to a lawyer at the county seat who took my deposition. It'll be used in the trial of Betty Trimble. As for Bart Trimble, well, I'm sorry for him. Expense account total, including transportation back to Hartford, $207 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
It doesn't take a war to make a hero, nor does it take a situation filled with an onslaught of deadly enemy gunfire, bombs, and mortars. It takes a man to make a hero. And a man's qualities of greatness are based on his code of conduct. It serves him in peace as well as war. In August 1916, when the United States was still at peace with the rest of the world, part of our fleet was anchored off Santo Domingo City. The USS Memphis was in danger of total destruction from a hurricane. Only the efficient operation of the engines and boilers could get her out of the critical area. Lieutenant Claude A. Jones was senior engineering officer aboard. In rapid succession, boilers and steam pipes began bursting about him, scalding him with clouds of steam. Thousands of tons of water came down on him. In complete darkness, Lieutenant Jones nobly remained at his post as long as the engines would turn over. His supreme, unselfish heroism inspired the men with him. When the boilers exploded, Jones, with 2 men, rushed into the fire rooms and rescued the men trapped there. In the face of death by drowning, burning, or suffocation from the scalding steam, Lieutenant Claude Jones performed a heroic feat because he felt it was his duty to do what he did. He earned the Medal of Honor because he had a code of conduct that served him well.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, 1 honest woman, 2 honest men. Yet $100,000 was gone. Fact. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Vic Perrin, Jack Moyles, Marvin Miller, and Herb Vigran. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment, John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Henley Conrad, Johnny.
Hello, Mr. Conrad. How are you?
Fine. Can you take a job?
No trouble at all.
Well, this is it. On Thursday of last week, we got a call from the New York police. They'd confiscated about $100,000 worth of rare gems. A man named Wells had been murdered, and they found the jewels in the water pipe beneath the sink.
Your company insure Wells?
No. One of our clients in Europe was robbed about 3 months ago.
The same jewels?
We think so, but we can't be positive. They've been removed from their settings, and some of the larger ones have been recut. The police are holding Mrs. Wells, and she claims the jewels are rightfully hers. She says neither she or her husband knew they were hidden in the water pipes. Well, unless it can be proved the jewels were stolen, she's just liable to end up with them.
Possession, huh?
Yeah. It's a funny one. When can you start?
I've started.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund in another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
For refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. When your mouth and throat feel hot and dry, a stick of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you quick, long-lasting refreshment. The lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The chewing itself helps keep your throat pleasantly moist. Best of all, you can chew and enjoy refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum almost any time and any place. Keep a package handy right in your purse or pocket so you can chew a stick whenever you want it. For refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Millions enjoy it, and you will too.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, World Insurance and Indemnity Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Stanley Price matter. Expense account item 1, $21.85. Train fare and incidentals between Hartford and New York City after receiving from you the necessary information concerning the case. I arrived in New York at 10 o'clock that morning and went directly to police headquarters, where I looked up Captain Fred D., in charge of robbery detail.
Sit down, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, thanks.
Glad to help you any way I can.
Well, if it isn't too much trouble, I'd like the whole thing from the beginning.
Sure. Last Thursday, we got a call from a man named Price, Stanley Price. Said if we came to 956 East 114th Street, we'd find $100,000 in stolen jewels. Then there was a shot, and the line went dead. When we got there, we found the dead man.
Wells?
Yeah, Robert Wells. Shot twice in the head.
You're holding the wife?
Not since 8 o'clock this morning. We've got no evidence. No murder weapon, nothing. And of course, she swears she knows nothing about it. Your company thinks the jewels belong to one of their clients.
Yeah, but they've been taken out of their settings and recut. Such a good job, they can't be identified.
Only one thing that ties in. Wells returned from Europe last Tuesday. Been over there for about 3 months. The robbery was abroad.
Yeah. Got anything on the man who gave you the tip?
Stanley Price? No, nothing much. We know it's Stanley Price. We think it's the same man. He's a small-time hood. Picked up a couple of times. No convictions. Been making book lately, but we can't prove it. Can't find him anywhere. We got an APB out on him.
And you released Mrs. Wells?
Yeah.
She living in the same place?
Well, she went back to the apartment. She's still there. We got it staked out.
Well, seems to me the first thing to do is find Stanley Price.
We'd like to.
I've got an old friend that knows all about small-time bookmakers. I'm going to drop by and have a talk with him.
Anyone I know?
Oh, probably. But he'd be hurt if I mentioned his name.
Hope you make out.
Now, what about the wife?
You going to see her?
After I take care of a few details. What's she like?
You won't mind a bit.
I left headquarters, checked into a hotel, then made arrangements to rent a car. At 12:30, I was pulling up in front of a brownstone in the village where an old friend lived. His name is Henri Duval, abstract painter and lover of Paris. Mutuals. Henri.
Who is it?
Come on, Henri, open up.
Go away.
It's Johnny Dollar, Henri.
I don't trust no one. My landlord is a man of many voices.
I'm not your landlord.
You know that my... Scoutano?
Cross my heart.
Johnny, mon ami, Johnny.
I haven't much time. I need a favor.
Asseyez-vous. Alors, for you, a portrait costs only $50.
No pictures, Henri.
No pictures?
Ever heard of a man named Price? Stanley Price?
No.
Paid your rent?
Same answer.
I have a small $10 bill here.
Mon ami, you would attempt a lowly bribe?
Well, what do you know? Here's another 10.
You know, I would ask you to stay for lunch, but Greenbaum will not even let me look in his delicatessen window anymore.
25?
Bien. But I only do it because I have the love for Greenbaum.
Show a little interest in Stanley Price for a minute.
Stanley Price, here. Peasant.
He's a bookmaker?
Of a sort. He owes me $11.80. Marianne in the 8th at Hialeah by 8 lengths. Mon Dieu, such a filly.
Henri. Stanley Price.
Ah, oui, the low life.
Where can I find him?
Je ne sais pas.
Henri?
But it is the truth.
Scout's honor?
But of course. If I knew where the peasant was, would I not collect my $11.80? But of course, Scout's honor. Look, you see?
You're only holding up one finger.
Le Cub Scout.
Oh. When was the last time you heard from him?
When he took my $2 that wins for me the $11.80. And then he was in the fish business.
Fish business?
Ah, oui. I know because he brought me 2 halibut, which I promptly made into a magnificent bouillabaisse for my landlord. Terrible.
The stew?
No. Just the fish. Believe me, those 2 halibut were so old, they remembered Jonah.
Was he selling fish?
No. He was not selling fish. He was catching them. He had a boat. When I went down to collect my $11.80, the boat was not there.
Where did he keep the boat, Henri?
A disgusting place. It was called, a schooner landing. A place like that simply should not be. Do you know why? Stinks.
Well, thanks, Henri.
But you are leaving?
Yeah, you can unlock the door.
Wait. Alors, bonjour, mon ami.
Vive la force. I climbed back into the rented coupe and drove to the waterfront where I finally located Schooner Landing. A lot of small boats were tied up in slips, and an old man sat outside a shack at the head of the dock, sunning himself. Hello.
Hello?
You run this landing?
Yep.
You know a man named Price?
Stan Price?
Yep.
Yep.
Seen him lately?
Nope.
When was the last time you saw him?
You're a cop.
Nope.
That's too bad.
Why?
He owes me a week's rent on a boat.
Skip out?
Yeah.
Understand he was fishing down here. That right?
Yep.
How long ago did he rent the boat?
2 weeks ago.
When did he skip out?
About a week.
Anything unusual about things that he did?
Well, he weren't no fisherman.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, he didn't know the first thing about it. Fishing, that is. When he first rented my boat, he used to go out for 2 or 3 hours, come back with a couple of fish. Didn't have no gear to speak of, no live bait. Just a pole.
Well, didn't that seem kind of strange?
Weren't none of my business. He had a license.
You mean a regular fishing license or a commercial?
Yep.
Commercial?
Yep.
Did he do anything unusual the last day he was down here?
Well, don't know. He went out about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, was back here about 6:30. Only thing unusual about that, it's a funny time to do fishing.
What date was that?
Week ago, yes. Oh, no, wait, no. It's a week ago tomorrow, Wednesday.
Thanks, Pop.
You sure you ain't a cop?
Yep.
G-man?
Nope.
Don't say no more than you have to, do you?
Nope.
Bye, Sonny.
I left Schooner's Landing and made a beeline to the Bureau of Licenses, where I located the fishing license that had been issued to Stanley Price. It had his picture on it, and the clerk allowed me to take it. I thanked him, then climbed back into my car and headed for 956 East 114th Street and Mrs. Wells.
Yes?
My name is Dollar.
What can I do for you?
I get tongue-tied when I stand in a hall.
You want in?
That's it.
Why?
Ever see this picture before, Mrs. Wells?
Come in. The man in the picture, who is he?
Don't you know?
I've only seen him once. Oh, won't you sit down?
Thanks. Where did you see this man, Mrs. Wells?
He came to see my husband. He was leaving just as I arrived.
Your husband say who he was?
No, mentioned something about some business he had with him.
Well, if it makes any difference to you, this man in the picture is Stanley Price.
Oh, one the police are after. The man they think killed my husband.
The man who called and told the police about the jewels your husband hid in the water pipe.
You're from the police?
No, I'm an insurance investigator.
Oh.
Your husband just got back from Europe a week ago, didn't he?
Yes.
By boat?
Yes.
What day did he arrive?
Last Wednesday. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a man with such attractive eyes. They're really very unusual. Nice hair, too. So curling.
I'll stop back when I've got more time and we'll straighten it out.
Leaving?
Yes, I'm going home and have another talk with Dad.
Well, in case I might want to get in touch with you...
I'm staying at the Shelton. Oh, by the way, what time did your husband's boat dock?
5 o'clock.
Thanks.
Sure. Say hello to Dad.
I finally managed to get down to my car and drive back to the hotel. I called Lieutenant D and briefed him with what had happened to date. Then I went downstairs to get some lunch. As I crossed the lobby...
Don't turn around.
What is this?
Just keep looking straight ahead. I want something.
I was just going to have some lunch.
It'll keep.
Will it?
I haven't got much time. Give me the picture.
Oh.
Let's have it.
And if I don't?
Then you get shot right in the lobby of the Shelton Hotel.
Friends, no matter what kind of work you do, it's a real help to chew delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum right while you're working. When you're warm or tired, for instance, a lively, full-bodied spearmint flavor is really refreshing. It helps keep your mouth and throat feeling cool and moist. Chewing on that smooth, good-tasting piece of Wrigley's Spearmint makes the time pass more pleasantly, too. It seems to make your work go smoother and easier. Keep a package or two of Wrigley's Spearmint chewing gum handy all the time. Enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working and at other times. That's Wrigley's Spearmint chewing gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Let's have it.
Well, it's the only one of me on a bare rug facing east. What'll Mom say?
The picture of Stanley Price.
Okay.
That's being smart. Now, you stay put. Count 10 before you turn around. Believe me, Dollar, I mean it. I'll kill you if you move before 10.
You're being pretty silly, Price. They'll pick you up sure.
I don't think so.
Oh, by the way, Henri Duval says to thank you for the 1180.
1180? Oh, yeah, tell him it was nothing.
It sure wasn't.
Start counting.
1, 2, button my shoe. 3, 4, close the door. 5, 6, pick up 6. I counted to 20, just to be on the safe side. Any guy who'd stick a gun in my back in broad daylight in the middle of a hotel lobby was pretty desperate. I finished counting, put in a call to Henri Duval, then headed for the robbery division and Captain D.
Right in the hotel?
Yeah, not 10 minutes ago. I had that picture of Stanley Price from the fishing license.
No, I don't get it. What's so important about that picture? Certainly not the only one of Price. We got mugs on him in the file.
I got a big hunch. My boss said it was important to prove those jewels were stolen or have somebody positively identify them. And if this wasn't done in a certain amount of time, the jewels would automatically go to Mrs. Wells.
Well, that's right, under normal circumstances. If we couldn't prove they were stolen or that they belonged to someone else, we'd have to turn them over. But there are enough extenuating circumstances. The killing of Wells, the way the jewels were hidden in the pipes, the robbery in Europe, and Wells' subsequent return a short time later. We can hold on to them for a long time.
Don't.
What?
Do me a favor and turn them over to Mrs. Wells. I think it'll bust this thing wide open.
That's a big order.
Look, the guy who stuck me up in the lobby knew I had the picture. Somebody had to tell him where I was staying. Only people who knew that were you, Mr. Conrad from my company, and Mrs. Wells.
All right, Mrs. Wells told Price.
It wasn't Price.
It wasn't?
Not unless he paid Henri, that is a friend of mine, $11.80 in the last couple of hours.
Maybe he did.
He didn't. I checked.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm confused.
Yeah, so am I a little. But I figure something like this. Wells arrived last Wednesday by boat in the afternoon around 5.
That's right.
Stanley Price was being a fisherman then.
Okay.
He'd rented a boat, taken out a fishing license. The day that Wells arrived, Price went out in the afternoon, stayed about 2 hours, came back, and then disappeared.
Then Wells shows up with a sink full of jewels.
Right. Probably had them on the boat. Avoided customs by dropping them overboard, and Price picked them up.
Yeah, and Price could have killed him for them.
Oh, it doesn't make sense. Wells was killed in his own apartment.
Yeah?
If Price picked up the jewels out of the water, why go to Wells, give him the jewels, let him hide them in the sink, kill him, leave without getting them, and then call the police?
I'm convinced.
Another thing. The pickup was pretty carefully planned. Wells couldn't have done it all by himself. He was in Europe. Somebody here had to plan it. Someone who knew Wells had the jewels.
The wife.
Yeah, looks that way.
And the guy who stuck you up wasn't Price. Maybe there's a third party.
Yeah, could be, but I doubt it. I'd like to go down to the morgue and take a look at Wells.
Sure, I'll call him. Okay, Charlie.
Didn't help his face. How'd you get an identification?
A wife.
This isn't Wells.
It isn't?
This is Stanley Price.
You sure?
The picture on the fishing license. This is the same guy.
I'll have Mrs. Wells picked up.
And miss out on the big catch? Let me take the jewels over to her. It'll look official. Insurance company agent and everything. The captain was reluctant, but he agreed. We went back to headquarters, and he presented me with $100,000 in jewels. I left for Mrs. Wells' apartment, followed by 2 of New York's finest. The captain was agreeable, but cautious. The boys staked out across the street, and I went into the building and up to the apartment.
Hello.
I spoke with Dad.
Was his advice sound?
Oh, he just said there were bound to be days like this.
Then come in. Is this going to be business?
I come bearing gifts.
Oh?
I'm afraid the police can't keep these any longer.
The jewels?
Mm-hmm. There you are.
I don't understand.
Well, there's a little law after a certain
But
time.
the last time I talked with the police, they said they could impound them until my husband's murder was cleared up.
Oh, afraid not.
You mean I just get them? No strings?
Not a one.
Mr. Dollar. Sit down.
Sure.
Now, you work for the insurance company, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Well, my husband wasn't insured.
Oh, he should have been. Not that you need the money now, but just suppose you hadn't been lucky enough to have your sink stopped up with all those nice little jewels.
If my husband wasn't insured, why are you mixed up in this?
You really want to know?
Uh-huh.
My company thinks those jewels were stolen from one of our clients.
I just can't stop looking at your eyes. They're even bluer in this light.
Honey, get to it.
All right. I think something's real wrong.
Wrong?
Mm-hmm. I thought maybe you'd like to tell me what it's all about.
Well, you've got the jewels.
And what do you think I'm going to do with them?
Well, that's up to you, isn't it?
Your company thinks these jewels are stolen, and you're just turning them over to me.
Can't do anything else.
Mr. Dollar.
Johnny.
Mr. Dollar, it's too easy.
Disappointed?
Well, suspicious. I've been around a little while.
Somehow I guessed that.
And I think you're trying to put little Lois in a bind.
Really?
Yeah. And even if you've got the prettiest eyes in the whole wide world, I'm not going to let you.
You have something in mind?
Mm-hmm. Good night.
What? It landed right behind my right ear. I don't know what it was, but it was hard and it was cold. Whoever was on the other end of it had moved up behind the couch while Lois had kept me occupied. I went right to sleep and stayed that way for about 10 minutes. When I came to, I was all alone, except for a large swelling that was getting big enough to wear a hat. I stumbled downstairs and looked for the 2 policemen on stakeout, but they disappeared too. So I found a phone booth and put in a call to Captain D.
They're tailing the wife. Stillman just checked in and said they were with her downtown. She's doing some shopping on Fifth Avenue.
She's a decoy. She's leading your boys away from Wells.
Where are you?
In the Wells apartment. I got slugged about 10 minutes ago. Wells must have been in the apartment the whole time. After he put me to sleep, the wife probably left by the front door and led your boys downtown while Wells left by the back way.
Huh.
You can bet he's got the jewels. He'll try to get out of town.
I'll have every exit from the city covered.
Okay, but he's smart enough to know that. When you're through, meet me at Schooner's Landing.
Schooner's Landing?
Yeah. My guess is Wells is going to take a boat ride. It was about 4:30 in the afternoon when I arrived at Schooner's Landing. The old man was walking up from the slips.
Hello, Sonny.
Pop, which boat was Stanley Price renting?
That one. Just getting ready to go out. I just got through gassing her up. Fella paid me Price's back rent. Well, there's something wrong?
Bob, Dollar.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Wells.
Bob!
Drop the gun, Dollar. Drop it!
The police are right behind me.
Okay. Sit down.
You taking him?
He's an insurance man. He's going to be our insurance. If the police try anything, I'm going to shoot you, Dollar. Hold the gun on him while I get us out of here.
I thought you were shopping on Fifth Avenue.
I was. Those 2 policemen that were following me probably still think I'm trying on lingerie.
That's what happens when the police force hires gentlemen.
How's your head?
Uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll bet.
Boys,
Yeah?
take over the wheel. Keep it headed right for the breakwater light. Know anything about boats?
They float.
It's going to be a long ride. It'll be pretty rough when we hit open water.
You're Robert Wells, aren't you?
That's right. How'd you figure it?
I saw Price in the morgue. Your wife identified him as you, but the picture on the fishing license showed he was Price. You didn't know whether I was working with the law or not, but you had to get the picture to give yourself enough time to get out of the country.
I knew the damage it could do if it got to the police.
Why did you kill Price?
He wanted 50% to fence the stuff. I said no and then caught him phoning the police. Had to kill him.
So you put your papers on him and told your wife to identify him as you.
The jewels were in the pipes under the sink. I knew the law would be there in 10 minutes, so I had to take a chance they wouldn't find him.
Bob, there's a boat coming up pretty fast.
So what?
I hate to spoil the party, but I think it's the Coast Guard.
Bob!
Shut up and stay with that wheel.
But it looks like the police.
Shut up! All right, Dollar. Get up on the bow.
Oh, I'll get seasick.
Move. I want him to see you.
Look, I don't swim very well. How about if I take this life preserver?
Put it down.
Sure. Stay right there, honey.
Stop your boat! Heave to!
Better do like the man says.
Come on, Dollar, stop that boat!
All right, all right. Keep your barnacles on. Expense account item 2. $8.75 for a big dinner that made up for the lunch I'd missed. After that, I went back to the hotel and got myself 12 hours of a good night's sleep. Expense account item 3, the $25 I'd bribed Henri Duval with. The last time I saw him, he was in Greenbaum's delicatessen, spending the money with his arm around Greenbaum. They were both smiling. Expense account items 4 and 5, $42.15, car rental and hotel bill. Item 6, $15.65, train fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $113.40. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Remember, friends, for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The taste of fresh spearmint is cooling and delightful, and there's lots of it in every stick of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. It freshens your mouth, helps keep your throat moist, and sweetens your breath besides. You'll enjoy the good chewing, too, because Wrigley's Spearmint is so smooth and pleasant to chew on. There's nothing else quite like it. Next time you're at the store, stop at your friendly merchant's display of chewing gum and get a few packages of good-tasting Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Always keep some handy for refreshing taste plus chewing enjoyment. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were John Stevenson, Kenny Delmar, Jay Novello, Howard McNear, and Mary Shipp. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when from Hollywood, John Lund returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
WBBM-FM, Chicago.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment John Lund as...
Johnny Dollar.
Hanley Conrad, Johnny.
Oh, hello, Mr. Conrad.
You employed?
No, I'm not.
All right. Ever heard of a man named Howard Arnold? Big attorney? Represents some of the biggest...
Oh, yeah, that one. I've been reading about him. Attorney for George Castro.
That's right.
Represents the whole rotten syndicate.
Yeah. We insure him for $500,000. We wouldn't want anything to happen to him.
With that outfit behind him, nothing could. Castro's got more guns than the Army and Navy.
I've known Arnold for a long time. Went to law school with him. Called me up the other night. I met him in New York. He's worried. He didn't say it, but I think he's had that falling out with Castro. He wanted to know if I could give him some protection.
Why doesn't he go to the police?
That's what I asked him, but he said the police wouldn't lift a finger unless he helped expose Castro.
What do you want me to do?
See him, find out what's on his mind, and stick with him till he feels safe.
Okay.
Thanks, Johnny. He lives at 944 Sutton Place.
I can leave in an hour.
The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund and another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Friends, the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum present these weekly adventures of Johnny Dollar because they know that millions of you enjoy Johnny Dollar. That's true of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, too. It's enjoyed by millions, day in and day out. People find that chewing on a smooth, delicious piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum somehow makes the time pass more pleasantly. Whether you're working, driving, shopping, or just taking things easy, that good, tasty chewing gives you enjoyment and satisfaction. So always keep a package of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. And whenever you want a refreshing, delicious treat, chew a stick. You'll like it. You really will.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, World Insurance and Indemnity Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Howard Arnold matter. Expense account item 1, $23.55, train fare and incidentals between Hartford and New York City. Expense account item 2, $1.75, cab fare to the hotel, where I registered, went up to my room, and put in a call to the illustrious barrister, Mr. Howard Arnold.
Hello?
Is Mr. Arnold home?
No, he isn't. Who's calling?
Johnny Dollar.
Oh, yes, Mr. Dollar. Mr. Arnold's not home. May I take a message?
Just tell him I'm staying at the Ellsworth Hotel. Maybe I can reach him at his office.
No, he's not there. I've been trying to reach him all morning. But I'll certainly tell him you called.
Thank you. I unpacked my clothes, had some lunch, and waited around the hotel for the rest of the afternoon. I called Arnold's office twice, but his secretary said she hadn't seen Arnold for several days. Presumed he was out of town on business. I went down to the bar, had something cool, and returned to my room. Around 7 o'clock, there was a knock at my door.
Mr. Dollar?
That's right.
Howard Arnold.
Oh, come in.
My wife told me you'd called.
Yes, and I checked with your office several times.
I haven't been to my office. I haven't been home, even.
Sit down.
Thanks. You got a light? Thanks. How much do you know about me, Mr. Dollar?
Only what I've read in the paper and what Hanley Conrad told me over the phone.
Yeah, I went to law school with Henry.
That's what he said.
You know about George Castro?
Just what I've read.
He'd like to kill me.
Why?
Because I know too much and he's afraid I'll tell someone.
I thought you were in pretty solid with Castro.
Yeah, solid as anyone gets with him. Our relationship's been getting thinner and thinner for the last year. It finally stretched too tight and snapped. I called Hanley right after it happened. I knew Castro's next step would be to try to liquidate me.
Well, I'm here to see that he doesn't.
Yeah, Hanley mentioned you, said you were capable. But just to be with me in order to keep Castro's boys away isn't very practical.
Well, I didn't think so either. If Castro wants you, it'd take a lot more than me to stop it. But if you think so, too, why did you...
I really want you to keep something for me. It's better insurance than 20 efficient bodyguards. I'd have given it to Hanley the other night, but I didn't have it then. That's why I asked him for someone like you, someone who's capable of holding on to something as hot as this is.
Just what is it?
Has enough in this envelope to send Castro and the rest of the outfit away for 100 years.
Couldn't you just leave me a bundle of dynamite?
As long as I have this evidence and Castro knows that if anything happened to me that'd get to the police, I'm safe.
Castro knows you've got it?
He sure does. I told him by phone a half hour ago.
And all you want me to do is hang on to it?
That's right.
For how long?
Until I make some arrangements. I'll let you know.
Then what do you want me to do with it?
You'll give it back to me. Wherever I am, you'll get it to me.
Okay.
All right, there you are. Now, if you don't mind, I'll use your phone. My wife's probably worried.
I looked at the large envelope and thought about George Castro, the big boy of the outfit. 1/4 man, 3/4 rat. If he ever found out where that envelope was, yours truly could stop planning for his old age. I had dinner, sat in the bar listening to a thin blue piano player for about an hour, then went back up to my room, where I'd hidden the envelope in the dresser, taped to the bottom of the second drawer.
Shut the door.
What the...
Shut it.
What goes on?
Must be a good little boy. I'll get over there and sit down.
Okay. Hey, I know you.
Good.
You're Marty Fleet, one of Castro's happy little triggermen.
Hooray for you. Sit down. Now let's have it.
Have what?
Don't play games, huh? A little while ago, you had a visitor.
I did?
Yeah, and he left something with you. Let's have it.
Have what?
You're going to make me go to all the trouble of tearing this joint apart.
Not if it's going to make you grouchy.
If I spend a lot of time looking for it, what are you going to be doing?
You want me to help you?
No, I do better by myself. You going to tell me where it is?
If I knew what you were talking about, I'd be...
Okay, so I waste my time and tear the joint apart.
Shall I, turn my back?
No, you just take a nap.
I finally got my eyes open and found myself alone in the middle of a pile of furniture. The gorilla had departed, and to my amazement, I discovered that he hadn't found the envelope. I called Howard Arnold.
Hello?
Is Mr. Arnold there?
Who's calling?
Johnny Dollar.
Just a moment. For you, dear, Mr. Dollar.
Hello, Dollar?
Well, I think so, but I wouldn't swear to it until I find my head.
What's wrong?
One of Castro's boys paid me a visit.
Did he know I'd been there?
Obviously, he wanted the envelope.
You didn't give it to him.
He was persistent in a physical sort of way, but I still have the ugly little thing.
That's bad.
You're darn right it is. He'll tell Castro he couldn't find it.
If Castro even thinks you've got it.
Well, let's relieve his mind. You take it back.
Well, certainly it's no good you're keeping it. If Castro suspects you still might have it. Look, you meet me.
Where?
Well, certainly not at my house. Castro's probably having me watched. He won't do anything until he knows he can get his hands on that envelope.
Well, any place you say, but if you think you're being watched...
I'll be careful to lose anyone who might be following. I know a spot. It's about 2 miles off the main highway to Connecticut.
Oh, why all the way out there? Can't we just meet in a gas station or something?
No. When you turn over that envelope, I want to be in the safest place possible.
But that's a long way. It just doesn't make...
Please, Mr. Dollar, this is the way I'd like it. I know what I'm doing. It's deserted, away from everything, in the last place Castro would think of.
Okay, if that's the way you want it. I rented a car and drove for a good 40 minutes till I spotted the turnoff. I swung right, hit a stretch of dirt road, drove 2 miles, and then my light picked up Arnold's car. I pulled up in front of him.
Took your time. Waiting 20 minutes.
I had to come a little farther than you did.
Well, let's have the envelope. This place gives me the creeps.
Yeah, sure. Here.
Both of you hold it right there.
What?
Oh, no.
Don't move a muscle.
Dollar, do something.
Who's got muscles? Hello, Fleet. Aren't you a long way from home?
How's your head?
Fleet, wait a minute.
Oh, shut up. Hey, Castro's been worried about that envelope. Had it all the time, huh, Dollar?
Cross my heart and hope to... No, I take that back.
Can't we make a deal?
No, not now.
Please, Fleet, I'll give you 5,000.
No.
10.
Sorry.
15.
You got 15,000?
No, but he has.
Yeah, 15. I'll make it 15.
Can't see it.
Then what do you want?
Well, first, I want to make Mr. Dollar sorry for lying the way he did.
Look.
Turn around.
Now, wait a minute.
I said turn around. Go on.
The law knows about your Fleet. If they find me dead, it won't...
You gonna turn around?
Okay. Now what?
I said I was gonna make you sorry for lying.
Well, there it was again. That disgustingly familiar deep black hole. The hole works. I don't know how long I was out this time, but when I slowly pulled myself back, I thought at first that part of the dream had stayed with me. I got to my feet and made my way to the edge of the road. The whole sky seemed to burn with a brilliant yellow light. I looked down in the ravine, and there was Arnold's car, resting on its side where it had rolled, the flames roaring up around it, the charred arm of a man hanging out of the window.
Friends, this coming Friday or Saturday evening, you'll probably have a lot of youngsters ringing your doorbell and calling out tricks or treats. Well, here's a suggestion that'll make a real hit with those youngsters and give you a lot of Halloween fun, too. Make your treat Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Kids love chewing gum, and they really appreciate it when you give them sticks or packages of Wrigley's Spearmint. It's a wholesome, healthful treat, too. And it's inexpensive. You can treat a whole army of little goblins and spooks without running up a big cost or going to a lot of trouble. So, when you go to the store, get some packages or a box of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. You'll agree it's a perfect treat for Halloween. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
I made it back to the road and flagged a car that drove me to a phone. I called the police and the fire department. 40 minutes later, the fire department arrived, and the wagon hauled what was left of Arnold down to the morgue. I explained what had happened to a Lieutenant David of homicide, and we drove back to the station where I made a statement.
I'm having Castro picked up now. Got a call out on Marty Fleet, too.
I still can't figure how Fleet got out on that road, Lieutenant.
He followed Arnold.
No, he couldn't have. Fleet worked me over and took my room apart, and when I woke up, he was gone. All in all, I was out for about 10 minutes.
Yeah?
Arnold lives a good 30 minutes from my hotel. When I arrived, Arnold said he'd been waiting 20 minutes.
Uh-huh. It would be impossible for Fleet to tail Arnold, then.
Unless he had wings.
Ever think he might have waited around, tailed you?
No, he was already there when I arrived. Maybe somebody could have told him.
Well, who?
How do I know? Maybe Arnold told his wife, and she said something.
She's down in the morgue now, making an identification on the body. Yeah?
We've got George Castro downstairs.
Hold him. You got Castro downstairs.
Yeah, I heard. I want to talk to him.
Lieutenant?
Yeah.
Arnold's outside.
She identify him?
Yeah. Said the body was Arnold, all right. Pretty hard to tell, but the ring and the watch clinched it. She's feeling pretty bad.
Well, bring her in.
Yes, sir.
Now, come in, Mrs. Arnold. This is Mr. Dollar.
How do you do?
Hello.
Sit down, please.
Thank you.
Now, I'll try to make this as brief as possible.
I'd appreciate it.
I understand you identified the body.
Yes, it was Howard.
You could tell.
I'm certain. That was the watch and the ring. They belonged to Howard.
Did you know your husband was going to meet Mr. Dollar before he was killed?
No. He didn't say where he was going. He'd been acting very strangely for the past few weeks.
Did he tell you he'd been to see me earlier today?
No. I didn't even know he knew you.
Well, do you know why anyone would want to kill him?
Lieutenant, you know who my husband was. What he did, the people he represented. See them.
All right, Mrs. Arnold. I'll have someone take you home.
Thank you, but I have my own car.
Well, if you don't feel...
I'm all right. Nice meeting you, Mr. Dollar.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, she's taking it pretty good.
Uh-huh.
You wanted to talk to George Castro.
Yeah.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Send in George Castro.
All right.
I think we'll be able to hold Mr. Castro for a while this time.
One thing really bothers me.
What?
Why didn't Fleet kill me? Just knocked me out. Kill Arnold, run him off a cliff. Something really out of place in this one.
Here's Castro, Lieutenant.
Well, how are you, Lieutenant?
Sit down, Castro.
Are you going to introduce me?
If it's important to you, the name is Dollar.
Okay. Now, what's this all about?
Howard Arnold was killed a couple of hours ago.
You don't say.
Shot. Piled in his car and run off a cliff. Caused quite a fire.
Oh, it's such a shame. Well, don't look at me.
It's all right, Castro. We've got strong stomachs.
This one of your cops, David?
No, but I agree with him.
That's too bad, because I don't like him. So, I guess I don't like you either.
I'm getting all choked up.
That might be arranged, too.
Listen, Castro, you keep your mouth shut until I ask you a question. You may throw a lot of weight around this town, but you're on a diet when you're in this office. Now, one of your boys killed Arnold.
I doubt that.
Marty Fleet, and I'll swear to it in court.
Fleet, huh? Who pushed your face around, funny man?
Fleet, on your orders.
I don't even know you.
You sent Fleet to find something that Arnold had given to me. Something that could put you away for 100 years.
Really? You want to know something? I don't think Arnold had anything like that.
Fleet said you sent him.
That's pretty weak, funny man.
Let's see how weak it is when I testify.
Look, boys, you're not playing with no punk kid.
Now, you look. Your boy Fleet came into my office, drew a gun on me, worked me over because he said you sent him. Howard Arnold told me he was afraid you were going to have him killed. Tonight I met Arnold, and Fleet showed up with his gun again. He put me to sleep, and when I...
Yeah, go on.
What is it?
Huh? I just thought of something. Castro, you say you had nothing to do with it.
That's what I said.
Then tell me where I can find Fleet.
Oh, don't get me started laughing. I'm too tired.
Okay, then hang.
This guy's got a sense of humor, Lieutenant. You should have him on the force with the rest of you funny cops.
I don't think it's so funny, Castro. He's just telling you the truth. I'm going to hold you this time. There's not going to be any writ.
Huh? You making any book on that?
I'm even giving odds.
I got more than one lawyer.
Yeah, and both of them have already seen Judge Phillips. You're not going to get a writ from anyone. The pressure's on. Fleet's your boy, and everybody knows it. The DA's got an election coming up, and the papers have been yelling for your scalp.
Oh, stop it.
Even if your lawyers show up with a writ, you're not going to be here. I'll move you to every jail in this district, and I'll keep moving you. I'm going to nail you to the wall until you're convicted.
Go ahead. I had nothing to do with this.
Then tell us where we can find Fleet.
Yeah, go on, Castro. If you had nothing to do with it, tell us.
Okay. Maybe you can find him over on 64th Street. Huh? The Alton Arms.
I'll check it.
Can I go now?
Not till I check it.
While you're doing that, I want to go over and talk to Mrs. Arnold. What do you got? Just a hunch.
Yes? Oh,
I'd like to talk to you, if I may, Mrs. Arnold.
I really don't feel much like discussing anything, Mr. Dollar.
This is pretty important.
All right. Come in.
Sorry I had to disturb you.
So am I. But if it's important...
Well, you want to get your husband's killer, don't you?
Certainly. We can go in here. You know, this happened so suddenly, it's hard to really believe it. Now, Mr. Dollar, how can I help?
Well, I'd like to know a few things about your husband. He provided for you, didn't he?
Yes, but I don't see how that can be of any importance.
Well, I just want to know a few things. Your husband made quite a bit of money, didn't he?
Yes.
You got along? You were happy?
Very.
You know, there's something awfully funny about this killing.
What do you mean?
Do you mind if I smoke?
No, please go right ahead.
Oh, thanks. Would you like one?
No, thank you. What did you mean, that there's something awfully funny about my husband's death?
Well, a man named Fleet is supposed to have done it. Works for George Castro.
My husband was always afraid of Castro.
This Fleet came to my room at the hotel. Said he was working for Castro. Wanted some evidence your husband gave me in an envelope. Fleet knocked me unconscious, and then, for a professional hoodlum, did a remarkably poor job of searching.
Why haven't the police picked him up?
Well, they're looking for him, but I doubt if they find him.
Why not? Why won't they find him?
He met your husband and me out on the road, knocked me unconscious again. Then when I awoke, it looked like he'd killed your husband and shoved the car over the cliff.
Oh, please. Can't this wait until tomorrow?
I think you can help me.
But I don't know what you're getting at.
Well, Fleet couldn't have followed me because he was already out there. And he couldn't have followed your husband because there wasn't enough time. Somebody told him where we were going to meet. He had time to get there, but not to follow us. Now, Fleet knew that I knew him, could identify him. Why didn't he kill me?
I don't know. And I don't know what you're getting at. Now, if you don't
One
mind...
more question, Mrs. Arnold.
Yes.
When I called your husband this afternoon, I talked to you, didn't I?
Yes.
At the station, you said you didn't even know your husband knew me.
That's right.
But when I told you my name over the phone, you knew who I was.
I did no such thing.
Oh, I'm afraid you did. You said, "Oh, yes, Mr. Dollar," the first time I called.
Well, that's not so unusual. My husband has a great many clients. It was just a matter of diplomacy.
Mm-hmm. You know what I think, Mrs. Arnold?
I'm really not interested in what you think, Mr. Dollar. I'd like you to leave.
I think someone wanted me to identify Fleet as your husband's killer. I don't think Fleet killed your husband.
Well, someone certainly did.
I think someone else wanted the police to think George Castro was behind it. Might even have hired Fleet, unknown to Castro. Told Fleet to be sure and tell me he was doing the job for Castro.
How can I possibly help with all this?
Your husband wanted me to hold the evidence until he could make some arrangements. What kind of arrangements?
How should I know?
He was safe as long as the evidence was safe. Castro wouldn't do anything. Arnold could have put the envelope in a safety deposit vault with instructions to have the police open it in case of his death.
Mr. Dollar.
Instead, your husband gave me the envelope. Said he'd take it back when he'd made arrangements. Now, how could that help him?
I don't know.
He couldn't hide, go to another country. He knew you can't run away from a man like Castro. And if he ever had the evidence on him, Castro would kill him in a minute.
All right. You've said what you had to say.
No, not quite. You know what I think? I think the arrangements had already been made. I think the best way for your husband to escape Castro was to have himself killed.
You're insane.
If he was dead, you'd have all his money and $500,000 more in insurance.
Get out of here.
But he isn't dead at all, is he? The man in that car was Fleet.
Get out.
Your husband leaves the country, everyone thinks he's dead, Castro stops looking for him, and after you collect the money, you meet him.
Get out. Get out.
Get it, Beth.
Howard.
Well, hello, Mr. Arnold. You don't even look singed. And what a lovely gun.
I didn't credit you with this much sense, Dollar.
Howard, what are we going to do?
We're going to do just as we planned, with one slight change. Your car's in front, isn't it, Dollar?
Yeah?
Get our car, Beth. You're going to follow us.
Where?
Get the car.
Fleet was the body in the burning car?
Yes.
You hired him to throw the blame on Castro?
Of course.
You're really a pretty messy guy, Arnold.
You won't have to worry about it long.
The police know I came here. They're going to wonder who killed me.
What's the matter with Castro?
He's sitting in the lieutenant's office right now.
He has so many efficient assassins. Let's go.
Okay.
Howard.
You just follow us. All right, Dollar. Over to your car. You drive.
Howard.
What?
There's a car coming up the drive. Howard.
Look at that nice squad car.
Dollar, what's going on?
Oh, hi, Lieutenant. You've met Mr. Howard Arnold?
Holy. He's alive.
Yeah, but slightly unconscious. Better get them both in the car.
Right. Sergeant, what's going on?
I'll tell you all about it as soon as we can sit down in some nice, loud saloon. Okay?
Well,
It's on the expense account.
Okay.
We picked up the not-so-honorable Mr. Howard Arnold and took him back to the station, along with his weeping wife. I filled in some of the details on the way, and later, after I'd changed my shirt, the lieutenant met me in the bar, and I explained the whole thing from start to finish. Between the start and the finish, I ran up expense account items 3 through 25. $27.75. Drinks and dinner for two. Expense account item 26, $49.18, car rental and hotel bill. Item 27, $21.43, train fare and incidentals back to Hartford. Expense account total, $123.66. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Remember, friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing, delicious treat you can enjoy just about any time. Chew a few sticks of Wrigley's Spearmint during the day and see how the good chewing helps keep you feeling fresh and alert. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, freshens your taste, and sweetens your breath. The chewing itself gives you a nice little boost, helps you keep going at your best. Millions of people get real chewing enjoyment out of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day, and we know that you'll enjoy it, too. Get a few packages and always keep some handy. And remember, Halloween is coming, so be sure to have plenty of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum on hand for the youngsters who come calling for tricks or treats. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were David Young, Jeanette Nolan, John McIntyre, Hy Averback, Frank Nelson, and Bill Conrad. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you enjoyed tonight's story of Johnny Dollar and that you're enjoying delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day. This is Charles Lyon, inviting you to join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, John Lund returns as... Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Bing Crosby has been on his summer holiday, but beginning October 3rd, Bing and his crew will return to this, their regular time. So join in the fun with Bing Crosby at this time on Wednesday, October 3rd. From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Roger Stern, Dollar.
Hello, Mr. Stern. What can I do for you?
A job. Be in my office at 8 tomorrow morning and bring a packed suitcase.
Sure.
Just like those. You're going to Cuba.
Oh, hot this time of year.
Very.
See you at 8, Mr. Stern.
Edmund O'Brien in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Intercontinental Indemnity and Bonding Company, New York City. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Cuban jewel matter. Expense account item 1, $7.15 mileage and incidentals between Hartford and New York City.
Morning, Dollar.
Morning, Mr. Stern.
Sit down.
Thanks.
Here it is. This company holds an insurance policy with a Mrs. Lenore Carter. $800,000 on her jewels.
Uh-huh.
Jewels were stolen from Mrs. Carter's safe 3 months ago. Police haven't been able to turn up a thing.
And you've got to pay off, huh?
By Monday.
What's in Cuba?
We got a tip. A man in Cuba knows where the jewels are. He was supposed to have been in on the robbery.
Okay. What's his name and where do I find him?
William Carnes. He's in jail in Havana.
In jail?
Yes. Awaiting extradition this weekend.
Well, if he's being brought back...
Not for the jewel theft. He's wanted in this state on a federal rap.
Oh.
Police don't even know he was mixed up in the Carter job, and we're not telling them.
Oh?
When he gets back, he's bound to get at least 10 years for the federal rap.
And you want to know where he stashed the jewels before they put him away?
Exactly. He lived in Cuba on and off over a period of years, and I believe it's reasonable to assume that the jewels are somewhere in Havana.
He does a stretch, and when he gets out, he picks up 800,000 in jewels. Might be worth 10 years.
If we tell the police now and they question him, he'll never open his mouth. He's got to do the 10 years anyway. It's your job to find out where the jewels are before he's extradited.
When are they sending an officer down to pick him up?
Today or tomorrow. You've got to beat them there.
I'll try.
There'll be a bonus if you succeed.
Like I said, I'll try. Expense account item 2, $8.90 airfare between New York and Havana, Cuba. When I arrived, I checked through customs and got a tip-hungry cabbie to take me to one of the better hotels, where I checked in, put on something cool, drank a tall glass of something cooler, and headed for the local Bastille, where Stern had told me William Carnes was interned.
Someone to see you, Senor Carnes.
Well, I was just making a pot of tea.
Just call when you're finished, senor.
Thanks. Hello, Carnes.
You bunco fugitive?
No, I'm not a cop. I don't think they'll be here to extradite you until late this afternoon or tomorrow morning.
Okay. Who are you?
I'm a reporter.
Yeah?
Name's Dollar. Sent down here to get a story.
You are?
I understand they want you on that mail job.
You do, huh?
No story?
No story.
And, I stick you again. I move.
What's that?
I don't know.
That is Senor Carnes. Bueno. Open the door, pig.
Hey, what is this? What do you want?
You, senor. I want you.
What's the idea of the knife?
The idea, senor, is to slit this pig's throat if he should try to stop us.
He held the knife at the police chief's throat while he motioned for Carnes to step out. He was dressed in what used to be a white linen suit, and he stood about 5'4", weighing in at around 200. On top of his head, covering his shaggy black hair, was a straw hat, and stuck in his fat lips was a long black cheroot. Between the smell of garlic and cigar smoke, I began to feel what it might be like to come face to face with a bilious dragon.
Who sent you?
A friend. You will go now, senor, eh?
Okay, thanks.
Por nada. Now get in the cell, pig. You.
Huh?
Si, you. Senor Dollar, you will go too, no?
I took a look at his knife, thought about the gun under my arm, then I took a look at his eyes. They made a panther look like the Mona Lisa. Huh? I went. Besides, I didn't want to lose Carnes. As we passed through the squad room, I saw the two guards lying off to the side on the floor.
One is only unconscious. The other one tried to make noise. I slit his throat.
Yeah. He followed me out on the street and climbed into a car. As he drove away, he smiled, a mouthful of yellow teeth, and waved one of his stubby arms. I looked around for some help, but the street was nearly deserted. I was about to go back into the jail and release the police chief when I looked down the block and spotted Carnes ducking into a building. I went after him. The sign over the door read Cantina El Gallo, so I slowed down to a sprint and went in. The barroom was small and dark. Posters all over the wall advertised everything from the government lottery to bullfights and jai-alai. Carnes was nowhere in sight, so I walked over to a long bar, and a lazy bartender moved a wet bar rag slowly up the counter to me.
Some for you, Mac?
You American?
Yeah, but I got sold on siestas.
Where did the guy go came in here just before I did?
I didn't see nobody.
Look, I'm going to make this as painless as possible. A guy named Carnes just romped in here. Whether you know him or not, you couldn't have missed him. He didn't go back out the front door.
I don't think I like you.
I affect some people that way. Where did he go?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The guy who just came in here.
Beat it.
You know, I think you're going to take your siesta early today.
Yeah?
A long one, but it's going to be uncomfortable.
I told you to beat it.
When you tell me where I can find Carnes.
I got a lot of bottles back here.
Swell. Line them up. I'll see if I can shoot the corks out.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Carnes went up to see Maria. Door at the top of the stairs.
I went up the stairs 3 at a time and forgot to knock. And there, standing in the middle of the room, was the best reason I could think of for upholding the good neighbor policy. South of the border, north of the border, any way you looked at it, the geography was lovely. See? Where's Carnes?
Don't you think it would have been more polite to knock?
I forget my manners when I'm in a hurry. Where's Carnes?
I don't know anybody named Carnes.
That isn't what the bartender said.
Whatever he said, I don't know anybody named Carnes.
The bartender also said that Carnes came up here just a little while ago.
Then Senor, you don't look like a man who believes everything he hears.
I don't generally, but I saw Carnes come into the bar. He didn't come out. Now, where is he?
I have no idea.
I think you're lying.
Please leave, senor.
Sure. Where's your back door?
The way you came in.
Bad luck. Where is it?
Behind the curtains. Goodbye, senor. I said goodbye, senor.
I had trouble convincing the bartender. He said Carnes came up here. Okay, I still need Carnes. Do I convince you too?
How do you propose to convince me, senor?
Right now, time's important. $100 worth.
I'm sorry, senor.
I could be a bully.
You might twist my arm.
I might.
I'm quite stubborn.
Good.
You're not twisting very hard.
My mind was on something else.
My lips?
A bonus for bringing in Carnes.
Yes?
200.
Interesting.
But not completely?
No.
3. That's all my company can afford.
Very generous.
How well do you know Carnes?
He was the best one around.
Uh-huh.
Was.
Where can I find him?
$300.
$150 now, just to make sure you give me the right address.
The Avenida Porfirio, número 3.
Thanks. I checked to see if my hair was on fire and left the room filled with smoke. Downstairs, I found out where to find the Avenida Porfirio and left. Avenida Porfirio is about 8 blocks away and a dead-end street. I found number 3, a tired building, slumped down in the middle of a lot of other tired buildings. I tried the door and found it locked, so I braced myself against it and as quietly as possible tore it off its hinges. I sprawled in just in time to see Carnes dive for a dresser drawer. He stopped cold when he saw the .38 in my hand.
Okay, don't shoot.
Not unless you make trouble.
It's a big gun for a writer.
I've got funny writing habits. I even collect stolen property.
Oh.
Yeah, $800,000 in jewels. Where is it?
We could make a deal.
We could, but we won't. Come on, get it. I'm in a nasty mood.
You can get at least $500,000 at a fence. Stuff's easy to break up. They'll never trace it.
Do I have to get rough?
No. It's in the bedpost.
I'm running out of patience.
Okay. Here.
Gracias, senor.
Huh?
I will take those, senor. Now, remain facing the window, Mr. Dollar.
You're the guy who let me out of jail.
See. How could I find what I want if you are locked in that filthy jail, eh? You had better drop your revolver, Mr. Dollar. Bueno. Now you can kick it over to me, eh? Gracias. Now you. Did yours.
I don't get it.
Of course not. I do. Now. Pronto.
Okay.
Gracias.
But you said a friend sent you to get me out of jail.
See, a friend of yours, not mine. I think he have good reason for wanting you out, so I follow. Pretty good reason, I think. Now I be rich.
Why'd you let me out?
I was supposed to let you out, too. No, I do not think you should come after me for a while. I shoot pretty good. Adios, and once more, gracias.
Carnes and I both went for the gun in the dresser drawer, and it was like bargain day in Klein's basement until Carnes decided to pick the bedpost and start me on the siesta habit.
We'll return you to yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Tomorrow night, on most of these same CBS radio stations, the FBI in Peace and War goes to work on The Inside Story, an exciting bout between makers and breakers of the law. You'll enjoy G-Man Shepard's latest case, in which the inside story is one of slick swindlers come to grips with the nation's #1 law enforcement agency. Tomorrow night on CBS Radio at the Star's address. Now, with our star Edmund O'Brien, we bring you the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
The hunk of metal bedpost had put me down and out. When I finally came around, the room was dark and cold. I pulled myself up on my elbows and tried to focus my eyes. My head ached from the scalp wound over my right ear, and through a window, I could see the moon pushing its way over the tops of the buildings across the street. I felt awful. I'd lost the 800,000 in jewels, William Carnes, and enough blood to make a vampire do a schottish. I finally got to my feet, stumbled out of the building, and managed to find my way back to my hotel, where I washed up and put in a call to Roger Stern at the office of Intercontinental Indemnity and Bonding.
Yes, Dollar. Have you located the item?
I was in touch with the party you sent me to see. He led me to it.
Good.
Now, a big bundle of garlic that spoke broken English and carried a large gun is now in possession of the item.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'll do my best to locate it.
You mean it was taken away from you?
To the point of a skull fracture.
Where's Carnes?
There was a slight jailbreak. He's loose and probably trying to find the little guy who helped him escape. The little guy's got the item. I'd like to know who gave you the tip on Carnes.
I can't divulge that.
I think it's necessary. Either this little guy knew Carnes had the item or he knew he was going to lead him to it. He busted him out of jail and then followed him. He even knew my name, and when Carnes questioned him, he said that he was paid to release us.
What did this little man look like?
Oh, 5 feet 4 or 5, about 200, used a knife on the break, cut a jailer's throat. Now, look, you better tell... Wait a minute. What is it?
The police, Senor Dollar. Open the door. What is it?
Police, I'll call you back.
All right, watch yourself.
I intend to.
Come on, Dom, open up.
Okay. Hello, Chief.
Senor Dollar?
You took your time?
Yeah.
This is Sergeant Evans from the New York Police.
How are you?
Not too happy. I came down here with extradition papers for William Carnes.
I had Carnes until he split my head. I can't help you now.
Who was the guy who helped Carnes escape?
I have no idea.
I think that is a lie, senor.
I think not.
He knew your name. He called you Senor Dollar.
I still don't know who he is.
Look, you got into that jail representing yourself as a newspaperman.
I'm an insurance investigator.
Oh, for what company?
Freelance. Right now I'm working for Intercontinental Indemnity and Bonding.
What did you want to see Carnes for?
Old claim.
Tell me about it.
Call Intercontinental. They'll tell you about
I
it.
want you to tell me about it, Dollar.
This is a confidential assignment.
And William Carnes has escaped.
You think I helped him?
I don't know.
Oh, sure. They hired me and said go down to Cuba and spring William Carnes out of jail.
What about that guy with the knife?
What about him?
He knew you.
He knew my name.
You're splitting hairs.
I have to. I'm confused.
The pig with the knife killed one of my guards.
Then go get him. You're supposed to be a policeman.
Look, I think you'd better tell me everything that's happened.
Sure. Sit down. I told Evans everything that had happened from the time that I left the jail, leaving out 2 details, Maria, the girl in the El Gallo, and the jewels. I simply told Evans that I tailed Carnes to his apartment, and there we had a fight.
Now, what did you fight about?
I don't think he wanted to go back to jail.
He's lying, Sergeant. He knows more than he's telling.
And while you're sitting around with your big fat mouth open, William Carnes and the guy who killed your jailer are running around loose.
I do not like the insult, senor.
Look, I got my head caved in trying to catch Carnes for you. The insult goes with the way I feel. If you don't like it...
Hold it! Now, take it easy.
Well, that's a little tough. If you don't think so, try bleeding for an hour.
Okay, I'm going to check with New York. You stick around, Dollar. If you try to leave Cuba, that headache's going to get worse.
The Cuban police chief followed Sergeant Evans out of the door, and I gave them 10 minutes head start before I left the hotel and headed for the El Gallo. The bartender gave me a dirty look that was right in character with his surroundings, and I pulled myself up on a bar stool. Maria was on the other side of the room, moving between the crowded tables and singing something in Spanish about how they put the blame on Maine. She worked her way over to the bar, and when she spotted me, she smiled and used her beautiful brown eyes to point the way up to her room. I smiled back, slid off the bar stool, and went up the stairs at the rear of the cafe. In a few minutes, I heard the applause, and then her footsteps.
Hello.
Hello. I made myself comfortable.
Bueno. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will do the same.
It's a pretty dress.
But very uncomfortable. I'll change. I'll be out in a moment, huh? There's something to drink on the shelf by the window. Did you find it?
Yeah. How about you?
Please. I'm sorry there's no ice.
Just a formality. Well, it makes it more comfortable, but in the long run, you get comfortable anyway. Well?
I feel better.
I'm sure you do. Here.
Gracias. And how do you feel?
I'm with you.
Did you find Senor Carnes?
Yes, I owe you 150, don't I?
Later.
Okay.
I still do not know your name.
Dollar. Johnny Dollar.
You make a good drink, Johnny.
Just straight whiskey.
And strong. And you made it. And that makes it a good drink.
Have you seen Carnes since I left you?
No. Why do you want him, Johnny? Are you a policeman?
Not a bit. I'm an insurance investigator. What do you know about Carnes?
Oh, very little. He came to Havana about, 3 months ago. I met him one night downstairs, and I saw him quite frequently after that. As I told you this afternoon, he was the best one around.
Did he ever tell you anything about himself? About his business? How he lived?
No, very little. He seemed to have money. Not a great deal, but enough.
You have any friends?
No. I never saw him with any. He seemed always to be alone. He liked it that way.
What about you?
Must I explain?
You have.
I was the only person he spent any time with. Then he was arrested. I believe it was for something he did up in the United States.
That's right. At any time, do you remember seeing him with a short Cuban, weight about 200 pounds?
No. Johnny, must we talk about Carnes?
It'll bother me if I don't get it off my mind.
Oh, then by all means, talk. I don't want you to be bothered all evening, Johnny.
All right. But have you ever seen a little man that fits that description?
If I have, I don't remember.
Dirty white suit, straw hat, mean eyes, carries a long knife?
No, Johnny. A man like that I would forget anyway.
Okay.
Johnny, you look discouraged.
It happens when you run into a wall.
I should take that literally, no?
No.
But you have hurt your head. Not a wall?
A bedpost.
Oh,
Your friend Carnes, he was swinging it.
let me see.
Sure.
Oh, Johnny. Poor Johnny.
Yeah. Poor Johnny.
It hurts.
I'd almost forgotten about it.
Did I help you to forget about it?
Immeasurably. But it still hurts a little.
Then you shouldn't think about it.
I'll need some help.
Of course.
Huh? I'd figured.
We don't have to answer it.
I think we do if you don't want it broken down. Only a policeman sounds like that.
Oh, Johnny.
Honey, do I look happy?
All right.
Yeah?
I want to talk.
You could tell me Stalin and MacArthur just got married and I'd only look bored.
All right, let's go.
How'd you find me?
You were tailed from the hotel.
Johnny.
I'll be back.
Don't make book on it.
Only when I've got a winner.
I checked with New York.
And?
Intercontinental Indemnity has no record of having hired you.
What?
I said they have no record on file of having hired one Johnny Dollar to do anything for.
Roger Stern hired me. I've done a couple of jobs for him in the past.
Well, the company thought that might have happened.
Why didn't you ask Stern?
He's out of town.
Well, I talked with him just before you came over to my
Look,
hotel.
Dollar, we checked. He told his company he was leaving town for a couple of days. Now, come on. You're under arrest until we do talk to Stern.
Don't you know where he went?
We're checking. He didn't say.
Oh, swell.
Now, let's go. I want to know all about this job for Intercontinental.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Carnes.
Where?
He passed by the front door. Come on.
You're pulling something
Don't be
up.
stupid.
All right, where?
There.
Look out! Evans! Go get him, Evans. Go get him.
I went after Carnes. For 3 reasons I went after him. I was confused, scared, and sore about a good cop named Evans dying in a gutter. Carnes was a block ahead of me when I spotted him again, running fast and looking back over his shoulder. I slammed myself against the building as he tried again. I gave it back to him. He was still going, but he was dragging it. I'd caught him with one, and he stumbled his way into an alley. I forgot about being cautious and went in after him. The alley was too dark to see him, so I put my back against the alley wall and started edging my way forward. Give it up, Carnes. You're through.
Okay. I'm hit bad. Get me some help. Practically cut me in half. Get me to a doctor.
You just killed somebody.
I'm dying. A doctor, huh?
When you tell me a few things.
What? Please, get a doctor. I'll tell you.
Why were you busted out of jail? Who wanted you out?
The guy I was in on the Carter job with. He put me up to it. Gave me the combination of the safe.
You got the jewels and headed for Cuba. You didn't split with him.
No. I found out he was after me, so I turned myself into the law on an old rap. He had me busted out, so I led him to the jewels.
It wasn't the little guy with the knife?
No. He hired him, too, I guess.
Who is he?
Stern. Roger Stern. Works for an insurance company.
Yeah, I know.
Please. Look.
Okay. You get your doc. Can you stand up? Carnes? No, I guess you can't. You're not ever going to stand up again. Well, there it was. Roger Stern, the man who'd hired me, was the man I was after. So I got to a phone and I called the Havana airport. The next plane from New York was due in an hour, and because of my phone call to Stern, it was a good bet he would be on it to protect his interests. I grabbed a cab, and in 15 minutes I was sitting in it across the street from the airport. The place was alive with Cuban police, but they weren't looking for Stern. They were waiting for Johnny Dollar to try to leave Havana. An hour and 5 minutes later, my patience paid off when Roger Stern walked through the front doors and climbed into a cab and headed south with my cab right behind him. We drove like that for about 40 minutes until we reached the outskirts of town and stopped on a dirt street fronted by an adobe building. My cab pulled up at a safe distance behind, and I got out and watched Stern walk up to one of the buildings and knock on the door. Someone let him in, and I went around back to see if I could find an unlocked window. I did. I could hear voices coming from the front of the place, so I crawled in and picked my way through the darkness.
But, Senor Stern, I do not know what you are talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. $800,000 in jewels.
800? Oh, Senor, where would I get...
Stay right at that table.
You don't have to point no gun at me. I did what you paid me for. I got Senor Carnes out of jail so that Dollar could follow him.
Dollar called me last night. He said you took those jewels.
Oh, Senor, I think maybe this Dollar was lying. I think maybe...
I want those jewels.
I do not have them, Senor.
I warn you.
You do not warn me, Senor. I do not scare of you.
You better scare. You're wanted for murder.
See? And what are you wanted for? I cut a man's throat, Senor. You and Khan steal the jewels. It seems to me we are both wanted.
I'm going to get those jewels.
No.
Then you do have them.
See, I have them. But you're not going to have them.
I'm going to give you 10.
I told you I do not scare by you. I do not scare by nobody.
1.
You do not kill me.
2.
You kill me, you go to jail.
You're wanted for murder. I'll be helping the police. 3.
What about Khan, Senor? What if he tells the police?
If he does, I'll be in South America. 4.
Without the jewel?
No. 5.
But, Senor, you need money.
You're going to give it to me. 6.
You do not have the insides to kill me.
7.
Senor, why do we not be practical?
8.
Half for you, half for me.
9.
I should get something. I got them for you.
10.
Okay.
Where are they?
In my hat. Hey, you look surprised.
A little. Take it off. Throw it in the middle of the floor.
Si, senor.
Don't anybody move.
What's it?
It happened fast. Stern spun around to face me, and Juan kept reaching for his hat. Stern pointed his gun, and I thought I was going to have to shoot him, but Juan took care of it. As his stubby little arms went past his collar, it came up with that long knife. He'd thrown it, burying it to the hilt between Stern's shoulder blades. Then he went for the gun. The little fat man was lying on his back where 2 of my shots had knocked him. He was as dead as he could get, and his eyes were staring up at the ceiling where the last of his cigar smoke still clung to the dusty beams. His straw hat was pushed back, and 800,000 in jewels had spilled out of his leather bag inside and was spread on and around his fat face. When the authorities finally straightened it out, it went something like this. Stern needed money. He contacted Carnes and gave him the combination to Mrs. Carter's safe. Carnes got the jewels all right, but he didn't split. He headed for Cuba, but Stern found him and contacted the little killer who turned out to be one Juan Guiardo. Stern then contacted me, and you know the rest. Juan got greedy like Carnes, and everybody got dead for it. Expense account item 3, $300 in payment for services rendered by one Maria, I forget the last name, but she was very helpful. Item 4, $216.73, hotel bill and miscellaneous. Item 5, same as item 2, plane fare back to New York. Item 6, same as item 1, mileage to Hartford. Expense account total, $708.83. Remarks? I have saved Intercontinental Indemnity $800,000, and Mr. Stern was still an employee when he promised me that bonus. If you think I've earned it, please forward it to my address in Hartford. If it takes more than 2 weeks to clear, I am returning to Cuba for a vacation. So you may send it to the Cantina El Gallo. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and was written by Blake Edwards with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Edmund O'Brien can now be seen starring in the Paramount Pictures production Warpath. Featured in tonight's cast were Ted Osborne, Jack Crucian, Barney Phillips, Nestor Paiva, Lillian Baeff, and Stacey Harris. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. This is Dan Coverly inviting you to join us next week at this time when Edmund O'Brien returns as...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Defense is your job, my job, the job of every American. To stay free, to be strong and secure, our country needs the help of every citizen. Defense bonds provide that help. They help to make America strong financially. They help to curb inflation, and they make the individual family more secure. Defense bonds strengthen the military front, the production front, and the economic front. And just as important, buying United States defense bonds helps you by providing you with a safe, sound, profitable investment. Don't forget, defense is your job, too. Buy United States defense bonds. Inspector Hearthstone of the Death Squad attempts to solve a particularly grim killing tomorrow night. An adopted daughter is the victim on the eve of her engagement party. Her fiancé and family are logical suspects. A loss of memory complicates the case. Plan to listen tomorrow night for Inspector Hearthstone of the Death Squad on most of these same CBS radio stations. The address again? Why, we'll sing it.
CBS. B for the best. S. Yes, yes, yes. The stars that dress is CBS.
And remember, Rayburn and Finch tie a string around your sense of rhythm every Friday night on the CBS Radio Network. From Hollywood, it's time now for John Lund as
Johnny Dollar.
Red Egan, Johnny.
Oh, how are you, Red? Was it a boy or a girl?
Both. Barry had twins.
Well, then double congratulations. Do I get 2 cigars?
Sure, if you'll come down to my office and pick them up.
Fair enough.
Better pack a suitcase, too. I have a job for you.
Where?
The coroner's holding an inquest in Rexford, Wyoming tomorrow afternoon. I'd like you to be in on it.
Why?
We have a dead client named Underwood. We don't know if he was murdered, committed suicide, or had an accident.
What does it look like?
All three.
I'll be there in an hour.
John Lund in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Allied Adjustment Bureau, Suite 418, Markham Building, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Underwood matter. The situation wasn't a new one, and our position wasn't any different. Red Egan reminded me of all this in his office.
We're in the same old spot, Johnny, with the same old problem. The policyholder's dead, and for looking into it, the insurance company is no longer a friend of the widow or the orphan, but a big, bad monster trying to weasel out of a just claim.
And every claim is a just claim.
Well, a claim came into our office yesterday afternoon. They turned it over to me for adjustment this morning. I phoned the beneficiary in Rexford, and she hung up on me.
Oh?
Underwood's widow. She didn't like it a bit, having an insurance man in Hartford calling her up. Even after I explained that any insurance conduct an investigation on a claim, and that's my business.
Mm-hmm. Well, what exactly happened to Underwood?
The only thing I really know is that he fell 4 stories from a hotel window and died instantly. Here. The AP account of his death came from a local paper there.
Mm-hmm. How big was the policy?
$25,000. Double indemnity if it was an accident, of course. No payment if he committed suicide.
This doesn't say anything about suicide.
My guess is that a local reporter wrote that up. Underwood was a major stockholder in the newspaper it appeared in. I doubt if they'd suggest suicide, don't you?
I don't know, Red. I never met the editor.
Well, meet him if you like. Talk to him. Talk to anybody. When you get to Rexford, go to the inquest and sit with the spectators. Listen to what everybody has to say. After all, it's up to the coroner's jury there to decide whether Underwood was pushed, fell, or jumped to his death. Not us. I just want you there to be sure that whatever Columbia does about this claim, that it's all tidied up. Okay?
Okay. Oh, how about my cigars?
Sure, help yourself. Cost me $3.69 a box.
And on second thought, you can buy me a drink. Expense account item 1. $214.65. Plane fare, train fare, bus fare, and incidentals between Hartford and Rexford. I arrived at 11:30 in the morning and checked in at the same hotel where Raymond Underwood had met his death. I had some lunch in the coffee shop, and after that I struggled my way against a belligerent north wind to the city hall and the inquest. There I sat with the reporters and listened to a bellhop, a desk clerk, and a chambermaid give their versions of what had happened the day Underwood met his death. I was most interested in what Mrs. Underwood had to say.
When did you last see your husband, Mrs. Underwood?
Last Thursday morning,
About what time?
12 o'clock. A little before, I guess.
Where?
At the Pioneer Hotel. In his room there.
The same room he occupied prior to his death?
Yes.
Were you alone?
Yes? Just with him.
And what time did you leave?
I was only there 15 or 20 minutes. Must have left before 12:30. Had an appointment.
That was the last time you saw Mr. Underwood alive?
Yes. They called me about 3 in the afternoon and told me that it had happened.
What did you talk to your husband about, Mrs. Underwood?
We were talking about being divorced.
Was the deceased in good health?
Yes.
Had he been drinking?
Some. Not much. I guess he'd had a couple before I got there.
She was a tall, dark-haired woman in her early 30s. Her clothes were New York, the perfume Paris, the rings Tiffany's. She answered the questions of the interrogator without hesitation, without emotion. It had been previously established by the desk clerk that she'd left the hotel room a full 15 minutes before Underwood had plunged into bed. By 4:30 in the afternoon, it was all finished. The jury brought in their verdict for the coroner's man to read.
Jury that the said Raymond W. Underwood came to his death by a broken back received in a fall from the 4th story of the Pioneer Hotel at or about 12:30 p.m. on Thursday, February 19th.
I left the city hall and went down to the Western Union office and wired the news to Red Egan. After that, I looked up Sergeant Hannon at the police station. He gave me a copy of the coroner's verdict and the death certificate.
Here you are.
Thanks.
How much you stuck for?
$50,000?
That's the way it goes, huh?
Yeah, I suppose so. Sergeant.
Yeah?
Where's Mrs. Underwood from?
Here.
All her life?
All her life. Born and raised right here in Rexford. Of course, she went to school in the East, and she's been in Europe a couple of times, but most of her life right here.
Mighty pretty widow.
Mighty rich one, too.
Underwood had it.
I know. This divorce.
Everybody in town knew they weren't getting along. Never did get along. How could they? Alice was 28 and Ray was over 50. He could have been her father. As a matter of fact, he almost was.
How's that?
Well, he raised her from the time she was 14. He paid for all her schooling and growing up. She didn't have any folks after her old man died. Ray was pretty good to her.
I see.
We went over what you were thinking, Dollar. Sure, anybody would. But they were talking about divorce. The papers had been drawn up for a settlement. She'd got a lot of money in alimony and so on. Alice had no call to push him out of that window or have anybody else do it.
What about the possibility of suicide?
The jury said accident. Besides, everybody here knew Ray. He wasn't the suicide type.
Nobody's the suicide type till they come to the end of the line, Sergeant. Then it's too late to interview him and ask him about it. But it's already been said as an accident, so I guess I'm just throwing words around.
You have a right to do that if you aren't satisfied with the verdict, Dollar. Anything we can do, be glad to help.
Thanks a lot. Expense account item 2, $10.80, public stenographer. I assembled copies of all the testimony, re-interviewed the people at the hotel, had all of it typed up and notarized and forwarded to Hartford. Then made arrangements to meet my eastbound plane in Cheyenne. I was about to check out when my phone rang. Johnny Dollar.
Trying to get you for 3 hours, Johnny.
What's up, Red?
The insurance agent in Cheyenne just got back from his vacation and read about Underwood's death. He phoned Columbia long distance with some information. 2 days before it happened, Underwood phoned this agent. He said he wanted to change the beneficiary on his policy. He didn't say who to.
Uh-oh.
And now, get this. The morning Underwood died, he phoned and said to never mind, that Mrs. Underwood was still his beneficiary. What do you make of it?
I don't know. Maybe I'd better find out.
What matters do you want to clear up?
Oh, just some details about your husband's death, Mrs. Underwood. I sure hate to trouble you at a time like this.
That's perfectly all right, Mr. Dollar. Sit down. Can I get you a drink?
Scotch will be fine.
All right.
Did you know that Mr. Underwood wanted to change the beneficiary on his insurance policy last week?
Yes. Water all right?
Oh, fine. We also learned that he changed his mind about that the day he died. Can you explain any of that?
I think so, Mr. Dollar. Ray and I were going to be divorced. He moved out of the house better than a month ago. We went to his attorney's and drew up a tentative property settlement. Here you are.
Thanks.
I didn't see him for 3 weeks or so, and then we happened to meet, and, well, we had a rather bitter argument about everything.
Where was this?
In the dining room of the hotel. I was lunching there with some friends.
I see.
It was one of those ridiculous things. We quarreled and parted very angrily. The whole thing was childish. My first impulse was to see a lawyer and demand every unreasonable thing I could on a settlement. I guess his impulse was to cancel me out as his beneficiary.
Did you go to a lawyer?
No. I cooled off.
Do you know what day this was?
The luncheon was a Tuesday affair, I think. Yes.
That fits in all right.
Our parting had been amicable. I mean, Ray and I just didn't get along as husband and wife. But we made it up just before he died. He called me that morning and apologized for his conduct. I apologized to him. I went to see him later at the hotel. He fell out of the window after I left.
Yeah. Well, then, we can assume that this business with the policies had to do with the argument.
I can't think of any other reason.
You had no other heirs?
No. Why?
Well, you see, Mrs. Underwood, it's kind of hard for us to believe that a man involved in divorcing his wife would still name her as his beneficiary.
Why do you say a thing like that?
Well, because of past experience, I suppose. It's unusual.
I see. Of course, I was the last one to see Ray alive.
Mm-hmm.
And I could have told you that we were reconciled, that we were going to drop the whole matter, that he was going to move back into the house.
Yes, you could have told me that, Mrs. Underwood.
But I didn't. I told you the truth. I haven't lied to you, Mr. Dollar. When Mr. Egan called from Hartford a few days ago, I was very upset. I've never been a widow before. You're still looking at me with a question, Mr. Dollar.
I hate to be stubborn, but I'd still like to know about the other matter.
Why I am still his beneficiary?
Yes. The next morning, I interviewed all the people who had been on duty at the hotel the morning of Underwood's death. Then I dropped in to see Sergeant Hannon once more.
Here it is, right here. I went over the room myself with two of my men. Personal effects of the deceased included 4 suits of men's clothing, 14 shirts, 5 pair of men's hosiery.
Was there a bottle in there?
Liquor?
Yeah.
Nope.
How about a flask?
Nope, nothing like it. Just a glass.
Hannon, I talked to all the people at the hotel before I came over here. Underwood left a call for 11:30 the morning he died. They called him. 5 minutes later, he phoned the insurance agent in Cheyenne. And that's the only business he conducted all day, outside of calling his home. We know he didn't leave the room, and we know Mrs. Underwood visited him there about 12.
Yeah.
But more important, Underwood didn't call and have a bellboy bring him a bottle. Room service didn't send him any drinks. The chambermaid swears there was no bottle of liquor of any kind in his room all the time he'd lived at the hotel.
Ray didn't drink much.
Well, that adds to it. What light drinker takes a drink before breakfast? He only had time to get up and shave before his wife showed up.
Who said he had a drink?
Mrs. Underwood. On the witness stand, under oath, she said that her husband had had a couple of drinks. Mind you, she didn't say he was drunk, but she did say he'd been drinking before she got there. You know what I think, Hannon?
What?
I think she just threw that in because it's a little hard to believe that a cold, sober man would walk out of a hotel window and kill himself accidentally. But you and I and everybody else at that coroner's inquest got the impression that Underwood was slightly tipsy. I want to know where he got the drink. I want to know who gave it to him. That's what I want to know. Where'd he get the drink? If he had one.
Pretty good question, Dollar.
We'll return to yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Every Saturday in the daytime, CBS Radio presents City Hospital, just one of a thrilling lineup of weekend dramatic programs at the Star's address. City Hospital tells gripping stories of life and sometimes death in a great hospital. Tomorrow and every Saturday on most of these same stations, CBS Radio invites you to enjoy City Hospital. Now, with our star John Lund, we bring you the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
After our talk, Sergeant Hannon agreed that there was enough of a doubt about the circumstances just before Underwood's death to warrant a re-examination of the facts. That was all I needed. I knew that Mrs. Underwood would be questioned and that the pressure would start to build up. I had some pressure of my own. Expense account item 4. $13.25. Another long-distance phone call. This one to Hartford and Red Egan. I explained our position to him.
What?
The best thing right now is to move fast. Deny liability on the grounds that the accident is not proved.
Suppose she sues us.
Let her. The burden of proving that it was an accident would be on her. Red, he didn't have a drink that morning.
All right, she made a mistake. He had a heart attack, got dizzy, and tumbled out of the window.
He might have, sure. But there's no doctor in town able to tell us he had any trouble along those lines. And there's Mrs. Underwood herself.
What about her?
She was ready for that coroner's jury yesterday, and she was ready for me when I called on her last night. The only one she wasn't ready for was you when you phoned her a couple of days ago, and she hung up. She halfway apologized for that. But she really couldn't think of anything to say to you.
Okay, but I want to tell you I don't think the Columbia Insurance people will play it that way. They have a matter of public confidence to think of. Suppose it's a just claim.
I tell you it isn't.
Why? Do you have anything else?
3 things. Instinct, experience, and statistics. She's a young woman. She was married to a wealthy older man. With him out of the way, she has all his money, everything, not just alimony and a property settlement. And what he left her in the way of property and other things, not to mention the insurance, is something to consider. It's the kind of stuff she can go places and do things on.
All right. I'll tell them that. What else?
Tell him I'm working for evidence, and the best way to get it is to bring her out in the open. File a complaint against her to the district attorney's office.
What charge?
Suspected murder.
Johnny, that'd get us a criminal libel suit.
Remember the drink. He didn't have the drink.
All right, but she had an alibi.
She had help. Somebody got into the hotel without being seen and pushed Underwood out of that window.
You're convinced that it's murder?
You bet your boots I am. At 6 o'clock that night, I compared notes with Sergeant Hannon. He reported that after questioning Mrs. Underwood, she admitted that she might have been mistaken about her husband drinking the morning of his death. She wasn't sure. But Hannon said what we both were thinking.
He was sure enough in front of that coroner's jury to give a misleading impression, Dollar. We better find out who helped her pull this off.
Hannon had 16 men working on the case by then. It was a long, tedious job of combing over everything in Alice Underwood's background in order to find a possible accomplice. About 4 o'clock the next afternoon, we interviewed one of the 3 servants in the Underwood home.
That's right, sir. Once or twice a week.
Do you know where she drove to?
I have no idea, sir. She'd generally get up early in the morning and be gone all day.
How do you know she went out of town? Couldn't she just have gone and visited a friend somewhere nearby?
Oh, I suppose so, Mr. Dollar, but then she'd generally take a small suitcase, a change of clothes. You don't take those when you're visiting a friend in town, do you?
You might.
Wait a minute. What car did she take?
The Cadillac. And I knew it'd come back covered with mud and ice. Always have to be washed up.
I see.
Mr. Underwood used to complain about it a whole lot.
About the car?
Oh, no. About the trips. They had some pretty good arguments about them.
Could you repeat anything that was said?
Well, I don't guess I could word for word.
Do you know what they were about?
Yes. Oh, yes. It's about the same all the time. Mr. Underwood said she shouldn't visit that man.
What man?
Just that man. I never knew who it was that they were arguing about.
Uh-huh. How long have you worked for Mr. Underwood?
Me, I've been in this house 13 years, sir.
And you've known Mrs. Underwood quite a long time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, knew her when she was a little girl, when she first came here. I saw her grow up and go away to school and come back and go away to Europe and come back a little more grown up and a little different each time. I've seen her turn into a woman over the years, sir.
Were you surprised when Mr. Underwood married her?
Well, no. Yes, I guess I was. I mean, she always seemed so young compared to him, but then when she was growing up, it was sort of different, so I wasn't surprised at that.
Let me ask you this. Did she seem to fit in here?
You mean when she married him?
Yeah.
Well, before they were sort of, like friends. I mean, they'd ride horses and go hunting and laugh and talk about different things, but she traveled so much and saw so many different things around the world that it didn't seem they were friendly anymore once that they were married. I mean, Mr. Underwood was Wyoming, and Mrs. Underwood, she was, well, different, even though this is her home.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Wait, I feel awful about Mr. Underwood being dead. I've been telling you the things the way I see them, and I know you'll probably hear different stories from everybody. But I'm glad you came and asked me. If there was anything wrong about the way he died, I'd like it to be fixed.
Sure you would.
Mrs. Underwood probably would fire me for talking like this, but I don't care. This house isn't the same anymore.
Before the day was out, a complaint had been issued against Alice Underwood on suspicion of murder. However, it was not served immediately, because by that time, Sergeant Hannon's men had discovered the names of 3 men Mrs. Underwood had been seen with at various places around Rexford in the past 3 years. One of them had been killed in the Korean War. One of them had moved to Chicago 14 months before. The third one was a man named Tyler. He operated a sizable ranch about 80 miles from the city limits. We found him loading cattle onto a couple of trucks.
You're trying to find out if I've been seeing her on the sly while she's been married to Ray. Why don't you come right out and ask?
All right, Tyler, I'll ask. Have you?
No, I haven't. There's nothing between us. Any time we were together while she was married to Ray, he knew about it. He's a good friend of mine. I'm sorry he's dead. And Alice is a good friend of mine, too. I'm sorry you people are thinking what you are. Well, come on, let's go up to the house.
Where were you last Thursday, Mr. Tyler?
The day Ray died?
Yeah.
Right here.
Can you prove it?
Say, what is this?
We haven't accused you of anything, Tyler. We're just trying to gather some facts.
Alice is a grand girl. You can put that down as one of your facts. You boys want a drink?
No, thanks.
Not for me, thanks. When was the last time you were in Rexford?
Oh, I haven't been in for the last 6 months. Wait, I was, too. I came in one day around Christmas to do some shopping. Most of the time, my cook or somebody goes in and handles supplies there.
Okay, Tyler. Mind if we talk to some of your help around here?
No, what do you want to talk to them about?
First, about where you were last Thursday. If you were here, they'd be the logical ones to verify it. Second, about Mrs. Underwood.
What about her?
What we ask you. Just checking it, Tyler. She's been taking trips and visiting somebody around here, and we thought maybe it was you.
It wouldn't look good if she was visiting me, is that it?
It depends on the circumstances.
Yeah. Tell me something, will you? Have you taken any action against her yet?
Not yet.
My company's filed a complaint. Suspicion of murder.
I see. I'd like to tell you something.
Okay.
Both of you know her, huh?
Yeah.
Her daddy was a drunk. When he died, Ray took over and gave her everything. If it hadn't have been for him, she'd have been tossing ash in some restaurant around here, kidding the customers and married to a truck driver.
What's this got to do
Let
with
me go on. Sure, she loved Ray for giving her all that, but any woman needs more than that kind of love. I lied to you a few minutes ago. There was something between us. It was bound to happen to me or somebody else closer to her age. I was glad when she and Ray finally decided to be divorced. It was my chance to marry her. You can talk to my people around here. They'd lie for me and say I was here last Thursday all day, and they'd tell you that Alice never came here to see me. They'd lie right on down the line for me, but I can't let you take her into custody for something I did. Something she didn't have anything to do with. I killed Ray Underwood.
How did it happen, Tyler?
I didn't mean to. One of my trucks was delivering some beef to the restaurant at the hotel. I rode in with the driver and went in the back way. I went right up to Ray's room because I wanted to talk to him.
What about? Wasn't the divorce settled?
Yeah, it was all set. All set. He called me the night before, and he'd been kind of sore about Allison. I just wanted to go in and tell him what I told you. We didn't plan to fall in love. We didn't want to hurt him. We both loved him. When I got to his room, he wouldn't let me talk at all. Tried to swing on me. So I shoved him, and he went out the window. That's all.
Expense account item 5, $38.15. Hotel and food while in Rexford. Item 6, same as 1, transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $491.50. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
That's for your listening enjoyment, John Lund as Johnny Dollar.
George Dean, Johnny, Congress Mutual.
Oh, hi, George.
Johnny, how did Las Vegas sound here?
Expensive. Can you afford it?
Got to. A client of ours had a 30-grand diamond necklace stolen out there yesterday. Lilith is sore.
The dancer?
One and only. Still packing them in after all these years. And still the same two weaknesses, Johnny. Gambling and collecting young men.
Well, they say every girl needs a hobby, George. Not two hobbies, though. I could run into money. The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum bring you John Lund and another adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Wherever you go, whatever you do, enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. That lively, full-bodied Wrigley's Spearmint flavor is really refreshing. It cools your mouth and freshens your taste. The pleasant chewing helps keep your throat moist, helps relieve that dry, thirsty feeling. And delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is so handy. Just slip a package into your purse or pocket and you've got refreshment right at your fingertips. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working. Enjoy this refreshing treat along with your favorite summer sports. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is always enjoyable, and you can chew it without even taking time off. Get a few packages of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, Concourse Mutual Assurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Jones matter. Expense account item 1, $318.60, transportation. Round-trip airfare and incidentals to Las Vegas and the Flamingo Hotel, where the ordinary citizen lives like an Oriental potentate wishes he could live. After checking in, I took a short walk down the street to Lily Lesueur's hotel.
Yes?
Miss Lesure, I'm Johnny Dollar, special investigator for your insurance company.
Oh, well, that's very nice, I'm sure, but... Oh, of course, the necklace. That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. Mind if I come in?
Oh, please do, Mr. Dollar. This is Eddie Lawson, Mr. Dollar, my very dear friend. Just a doll, really.
Hello, how are you?
I think it's awfully droll and nice of the insurance company to take such an interest in my poor little affair.
I imagine they regard $30,000 as more of a rich fee affair.
Oh, dear. And then I suppose you'll go around prying into all my most intimate secrets and asking such embarrassing questions that I'll just... Oh, I think having jewelry stolen is always such a bore.
Yes, the insurance company feels the same way, Miss Lesueur. Now, if you just...
Good heavens, look at the time. I've got to fly.
Lily, you remember what I told you?
Now, Eddie, don't start being a child. Don't you think these Western outfits are just adorable, Mr. Dollar?
Well, they do a lot to point up a girl's personality, all right?
Well, maybe this investigation won't be such a chore after all. Oh, dear, I'm late. Buck and Devastator are going to be just furious. Oh, well, tell him all about it, Eddie. That's my show tonight, Johnny. 10 o'clock at the $1 Billion Club. Join me for a snack afterwards. Here by the pool. That's where it all happened. Toodle-oo.
Buck and Devastator. Buck Bartlett, he's the riding instructor at the Lazy J Stables. Devastator is the horse. It's a better name for Louie. I'm
Going to marry Lily, Mr. Dollar. Oh, congratulations. Now, what about this necklace? What happened? It disappeared. That's all I know about it. So how? When? Where? Look, why don't you do like Lily said? Come around tonight. The same gang will be there, and you can check the setup yourself, see what happens. You can keep an eye on this Buck Bartlett if you want a tip from me. And the other eye? Anywhere. As long as it's not on Lily. Expense account item 2, $2.50. Lunch at the hotel. And $12 for a hired car to the Lazy J stables. Horses for hire. English or Western-style saddles. Instructor available. A Western-style instructor, as was soon painfully obvious.
Mighty pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Dollar. Lily just a call from here a couple of minutes ago.
I know.
You, Eastern friend of hers?
Well, I'm not exactly a friend. I'm a special investigator. Checking into those diamonds she lost the other evening.
Oh, I see.
I understand you were there. Might know something about it.
No, sir. Beats me. There we was, sitting on that fancy terrace kind of thing they got there, hoisting a little poison and chawing on some beefsteaks, you know. And the next thing you know, Miss Lily lets out a yap and says, "My rock. Somebody up and took my rock." I didn't even know she had any jewelry out there with her.
Did anybody know she had?
Well, not unless it was with Joe.
Miss Joe?
It was a gal I brung, Miss Joan Drake. I was thinking she might have known because she ambled down to Miss Lily's room with us so they could change their glad rags and put on their bathing suits, you know. She'd been pestering me for a week to meet Miss LeSueur, but she sure wouldn't take nothing that didn't belong to her.
Buck, I wonder if there was a diamond necklace on the terrace.
Well, you ain't able to say Miss Lily lied about it, are you? Well, that little woman is true blue, mister. Matter of fact, Mr. Dollar, I wouldn't want this to get around, but I'm sort of able to. Well,
let me guess, Buck. You're aiming to marry her.
Yeah. I reckon it just sticks out all over her. Don't Miss Dollar.
Well, it seems I was having a late supper, Mr. Dollar, out there in the open by the pool. It was after Miss LeSueur's last show, so the four of them had the place pretty much to themselves.
Now, who were the four, Buck?
Well, there was Miss LeSueur, of course, and this young fellow she brought with her from the East.
Eddie Lawson?
Yeah. Don't know much about him, except she's dang near old enough to be his mother.
You'll have to admit she doesn't look it, though.
She sure don't. Well, the other young fellow's the one you talked to, Buck Bartlett, he calls himself.
Oh, yeah, the Texan.
Yeah, oh, he's about as Texan as you are, Mr. Dollar. Came here from Los Angeles. He just puts on that talk because the Easterners like it, especially the Eastern women.
That Texas drawl comes in handy, huh?
Then the other one's a girl named Joan Drake.
Yeah, she was there with Buck.
And she's kind of a funny. Young, pretty, smart as a whip. Came out from the East a while back. She's floor manager of the casino at the $1 Billion Club. Talk to her. See what you think. I can't figure it out.
All right. I'll see if I can.
Yeah. Come talk to me again after you look around a little.
Fine, I will. Huh. You know, I've seen these slot machines all over town. The last place I'd look for one is in the marshal's office.
Well, that's kind of very special.
Guess I might as well take the jackpot with me. Lemon.
Yeah, that's all it ever is.
Huh?
It's rigged. I send the money it takes in over to the county orphanage. Charge it up to experience, Mr. Dollar.
Expense account item 3, $1 for experience and information from the marshal's office. And $17 miscellaneous expenses at the $1 Billion Club, where miscellaneous covers a lot of different items. One item is the roulette wheel.
You're not having very good luck.
Oh, I'm only paying for conversation anyway. Of course, I haven't had much yet.
What would you like, the story of my life?
We could start with that.
All right. Lay out $1.
I was born of wealthy parents, raised entirely by nurses, educated in exclusive private schools. I was graduated from the Swank College, which I shall leave named. You like it so far?
Well, it isn't original, but well told. Go on.
Lay out another dollar. You just lost that one. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the divorce. Quite sensational, really. Father's clients withdrew their accounts and support. He was bankrupt within 3 months and dead by suicide within 6. You see, the other woman jilted him, and I, a tenderly nurtured sapling, was cast out into the world to sink or swim.
Well, never fear. Heaven will protect the working girl.
Oh, that was awfully funny.
Yeah, it was a scream. 14 even. And, what did you do with the necklace?
What? What is this? Who are you?
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator. And you're Joan Drake, who wanted badly to meet Mrs. Sir. She changed clothes in her room with her. Who was the only one who knew she had the diamonds out at the pool. Who works here for about, $50 a day and could probably use $30,000. 22 even. And I asked you what you did with the necklace. I think that ought to cover the what is this?
Mr. Dollar, if you'd like to play roulette, by all means, stay around. But I'm afraid I don't have any more conversation. Not at these prices.
I thought I was overcharged for what I got.
And this will kill you. The whole story was true.
Oh. And with all that background, running a casino is the best you could do?
The best for me. It's glitter and glamour and sparkle. And that's what I was brought up to expect.
Diamonds sparkle a lot, too, Joe. I missed Lily's first show at the $1 Billion Club, but I met her by the pool at her hotel right afterwards. It was a warm night. The stars blazed against the desert sky, and Lily and her guests scintillated back from the terrace below. Except me. I didn't scintillate. So far, I wasn't any closer to that necklace than I'd been when I got off the plane. I had the feeling I'd learned a few things, and at the same time hadn't learned anything. And Lily didn't help much.
Did you see him? Did you see Eddie die? Isn't he just utterly gorgeous, Johnny?
Yeah, the original Catalina ad. Just look for the flying fish.
Oh, he's just beautiful. He was a lifeguard in Miami, you know, much tanner than he is now.
I see.
Look at Buck watching. It makes him so terrifically jealous, and Eddie knows it, too. Aren't they both just screamingly cute?
Strange. How about that necklace?
Oh, it's too nice tonight. Let's worry about it tomorrow.
Let's worry about it tonight.
Oh, Johnny, might as well go along with him, Lily. He's got a one-track mind. Joan, darling, I didn't see you there in the shadow. Just looking up glamour, honey.
Where were you sitting that night, Lily?
Why, by the oddest coincidence possible, right in this very chair. You see, ordinarily I kept the necklace in the hotel safe, but I wore it in my show that night, and it was late when we got here, and then we changed into swimming suits, and I didn't want to leave it in my suite, so I just brought it out here, wrapped in a handkerchief. And I kept it right here on the seat beside me all the time.
So all of a sudden it wasn't there, did it?
Well, yes, that's exactly the way it happened. Now it's all settled. Let's talk about something else.
Lily, you know as well as I do it's not settled. You can't tell the insurance company the thing just disappeared, and that's all there is to it. They want to know how it disappeared, when and where.
Well, you must be so hideously persistent. It happened while I was playing the slot machine. That one, right over there. I left the necklace lying here in the chair.
And where were the others while you were over there waltzing with the slot machine?
Oh, around, I suppose. I don't know. When I hit the jackpot, I simply went right out of my mouth.
How about you, Joan? Where were you?
Right there, around. Oh, plenty of opportunities. That's what you mean. Oh, how utterly fantastic. She's a dear girl. And I insist that you stop suspecting her. Or anybody else, either.
Were all of you searched?
Well, I wasn't, of course. But the others were. It wasn't really much of a problem, Johnny. We were wearing swimsuits, you know.
Joan, I doubt if you went out of your mind over the jackpot. Did you notice where the boys were at the time?
Well, as far as I can remember.
I reckon a man ought to have the privilege to answer for himself, Mr. Dollar. Why, sure. Pull up an empty saddle and join the party. You too, Eddie. All right, Buck. Where were you?
I was over there with Miss Lily. I was standing right behind her when she up and hit that jackpot.
I was in the pool. I came out when I heard everybody yelling about some diamonds being missing.
You checked them out on that, Joan?
Sure. That's how I remember. Well, I'm certainly glad it's all settled. Oh, Johnny, you'll simply have to excuse me now. I've got to get ready for my show.
I'd be mighty proud to escort you to your room, Miss Lily.
Now, wait a minute, Stable Street.
Boys, you can both escort me. Come along now. I'll be right back, Johnny. Don't go away now. Serene, soft as a kitten on the surface, but inside all angles and hard as a rock.
She belongs to a different age, Joan. The last of the champagne slipper girls.
Johnny, how much are those diamonds worth to you?
To me?
To the insurance company. Sometimes they make deals, don't they?
Sometimes.
No questions asked?
Sometimes.
How much?
Depends. I have to find out.
Ever think about life, Johnny?
Not if I can help it.
It's real crazy the way it works out. I didn't finish that story of my life, Johnny. My real name is Jones. My father was Jonathan Vanderley Jones.
Jonathan Vanderley Jones. But if that's true, then...
Yeah. Real crazy. The correspondent my mother named in that divorce case was Lily LeSueur.
Friends, you know Wrigley's Spearmint Gum is a delicious treat that millions enjoy all year round. It's good to chew almost any time and any place. In warm weather, you'll enjoy especially the refreshment that Wrigley's Spearmint Gum gives you. When your mouth feels hot and dry, or when you're feeling warm and tired, chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum gives you a pleasant little lift. It cools your mouth, moistens your throat, and refreshes your taste. Besides, chewing on a good, smooth piece of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum seems to add enjoyment to whatever else you're doing. So always keep some Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. Enjoy it at home, at work, wherever you are. Remember, that's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. And now, with our star, John Lund, we bring you the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account item 4, $5.90. Supper snack with Joan on the hotel terrace. I sat there trying to put things together. Either Joan had suddenly spotted something that had tipped her off to the thief, or if she'd taken the diamonds herself, something had caused her to decide on a deal. But which? And what was it? I tried to remember what had happened just before, what had been said, and got nowhere.
You know, Johnny, it's funny. I've always been the innocent bystander. Up until now.
Maybe that's what you ought to go on being. Unless you stole it yourself.
But the daughter of Jonathan Vanderley Jones turned out to be a thief.
She might. For money and other valuable considerations.
Like, for instance.
Like a chance to hit back at the woman who ruined her father.
Now you're heading up a dead-end street.
Maybe you are, too. Well, I guess we're expecting at the $1 Million Club.
Not I. Little Jones got work to do.
So is little Johnny. Maybe we'll meet in the same playpen.
Somehow I don't think so. Bye-bye now. Johnny, what would happen if I just waived any claim of insurance on the necklace? Drop the whole thing right now.
Which one did it?
Sure, I don't...
Which one do you think did it?
Maybe I decided it doesn't matter which one.
Suppose it was Joan. Would you still want to drop it?
Oh, but that's ridiculous. She would...
Or there's still another possibility. Maybe you started something you want to back out of now.
Johnny, why must you be so hideously difficult? The insurance company sent you out here to save $30,000 for it. And I'm just utterly certain they won't care how nor why as long as they save it.
No, maybe they won't. But what about me, Lily? It leaves me curious.
No, I'm quite sure you know a good deal more about this than you're letting on. Well, I've got to run again. It's time for my show. Bye, sweetie.
Expense account item 5, $10 for an hour and a half of more miscellaneous at the $1 Billion Club. Lily was in too much demand for any chance of a quiet talk. My other 3 chums weren't around. I was trying to decide whether to go back to the hotel when I was paged over the public address system. I picked up the phone at the end of the bar. Johnny Dollar.
Marshal Kimberly, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Marshal?
Well, it looks like one of those necklace people got herself in a mess of trouble a while ago.
Oh. What do you mean?
I'm calling from the parking lot. It's that Joan Drake girl. Found out here in the back seat of a car. She's dead.
I guess you can cover her up now, Marshal. Poor kid never knew what hit her.
You the one you thought might make a deal, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah.
Well, somebody made sure she didn't. Hit her 3 or 4 times with something heavy. I'd been arranged, judging by the marks.
A wrench, huh? Did you find it?
Nope. Did you notice her hands?
Yeah. Apparently she'd had them around something greasy, rusty. I wonder if... Wait a second. Radiator's still warm. She may not have been killed here at the club. She could have been brought here and left.
It's possible.
Who's this car belong to?
Buck Bartlett. We got the boys out looking for him now.
Comfortable, all right. All tied up.
Do you want to let me in on it, Mr. Dollar?
Let me check first. I'm doing a lot of guessing. Joan brought up this deal while we were all at Lily's hotel this evening. I think she just figured out how the necklace was stolen. I think she was killed trying to get it. And I think I've figured it out, too. But let me check first, Marshal. I'll talk to you later. Ten minutes later, I was alone on the deserted terrace beside the swimming pool at Lily's hotel. I knelt on the edge and looked down into the water. Crystal clear, lighted by an underwater bulb sunk in the concrete wall. The pumping system was running as usual, drawing the water from the drain pipe in the deep end, circulating it through the filter tanks in the pump room, and returning it to the shallow end. I took my handkerchief, weighted with my room key, picked the spot carefully, and dropped it into the water. I watched it sink down toward the drain. Down, down. Then suddenly it was caught by the current and sucked into the drain. So far, so good. The next step was the pump room. I looked around for the switch on the pump motor, found it, and shut it off. There was a crescent wrench laying on the window ledge. It was shiny and clean. No use worrying about fingerprints. I picked it up and started to work on the rusty cover bolts on the strainer tank. Probably the same way Joan had started. Not if you're clever, she said. Well, she was clever. Well, not clever enough. Inside the strainer tank, laying in a wire basket, was my handkerchief and room key. And beside it was Lily's diamond necklace. I was halfway across the terrace, and the lights around the pool went out. Somebody had pulled the main switch. I stopped and listened, waiting. But when it came, I was caught off guard.
Somebody hit me and knocked me into the water. When I came up, I heard someone swimming. Whoever it was come into the pool after me. I made the side, grabbed hold of the ledge with my left hand, drew back the wrench in my right. As the splashing came close, I lifted it and swung.
Hey, what's going on over there?
Marshal! Marshal! Over here with that flashlight.
What happened to the light?
Switch was pulled. Here, help me get him out of the water.
Yeah.
His luck ran out, Marshal. This time, I had the wrench.
That swimmer fella, huh? Eddie Lawson.
Yeah. I found the necklace in the strainer of the filter system, where it's been all the time. He was lying when he said he was in a pool when Willie hit the jackpot. He went in right afterward. During the excitement, took the diamonds with him. Joan knew he was lying, and she figured out what he'd done. He was a smart kid. Too smart. Sorry to wake you, Lily, but
Good heavens, wait, let me put on some makeup. I must look a positive fight.
I got your diamonds back, Lily.
Oh, you did?
Here.
Thank you. Which
one of your boyfriends? Why don't you give up, Lily? Time moves along. The years add up.
I'm not harming anyone.
Aren't you? Joan is dead. Eddie killed her over these diamonds of yours.
Dead? She's dead?
It's all right, though, as long as you're not harming anyone.
But how could I know? I didn't mean any harm to that poor girl. Eddie could have had the diamonds if I'd known. They didn't matter, Johnny. Just a gift a long time ago. I don't even remember who it was.
JVJ? Those are the initials on the clasp.
That's who it was. Jones. Some fool named Jonathan Vanderley Jones. They didn't mean a thing to me.
Expense account item 6. $51.40. Hotel charges and additional miscellaneous. Expense account total, $418.40. Remarks? Suggest you reconsider this account. Client should be regarded as a bad risk. It'll happen again. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Remember, friends, wherever you are, whatever you do, enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. That lively, full-bodied Wrigley's Spearmint flavor is really refreshing. It cools your mouth, moistens your throat, helps keep you feeling fresh and comfortable. The smooth, pleasant chewing helps keep you feeling relaxed, too. So you naturally feel better, work better, get more fun out of doing things. Remember, too, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum is a refreshing treat you can enjoy almost any time and any place. Just slip a stick into your mouth whenever you want it. Do as millions do. Keep Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy and enjoy it often every day. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, stars John Lund in the title role and was written by Les Crutchfield with music by Eddie Dunstetter.